Good morning. Well, afternoon now. I say we've got a couple more minutes. We got 7 minutes till it's technically afternoon, but thanks for joining us. Day 2 of 2 here at the Coshocton County Fair. Myself, Ashley Daly, Michael Langer with me once again.
Good morning.
We've got Steven, of course, behind the camera. We've got beautiful views, nice weather. We had nice weather yesterday, but it's a little bit more cool.
We have a
today.
breeze.
Yes.
We have a slight breeze, which is bringing us a lot of comfort.
So what will that do for our track performances today, you think?
Well, I'm wondering about that because the breeze is right in the face of the final stretch here, but it's light. I think it'll be okay. The track looks great. Horses are out. It's about 75 degrees, I think, going up into the lower 80s, which is quite tolerable. And, yeah, another beautiful day. A couple of hundred people in the grandstand already. Not as many as there were after we left last night for the Wiener races.
No, but we got to think. Post time yesterday was 4 p.m.,
Yep.
so a lot of people came after they got off work versus right here in the smack middle of
Sure.
the day. But there's still a decent little crowd.
Yeah, there is. And we've got some good races, 12 races today.
All boys. It's
All
the Colts.
boys. It is the Colts.
We had ladies' night yesterday. Some great performances. I think the very last race was tight on the wire. But outside of that, we had a lot of good action. We did not see any track record performances.
No,
but
we did not.
We'll see if our boys can do it. And on top of the Colts today, we actually do have the Signature Series Pacing Derbies, the Coshocton County Pacing Derby. Something we didn't mention yesterday that I just realized, we talked about how, you know, the Trotting Derby and the Pacing Derby are part of the Signature Series, but also we're on the Home Talent Colt Circuit, which means that this is a kind of a double dipper. It's also part of the Graduate Series that's newer. Maybe this is the second or third year that we've had the Graduate Series and the Home Talent Colt Stakes, and now part of the Southern Valley as well.
We mix them up, don't we?
We do. Well, there's a lot.
There are a lot.
This is the third to last fair.
This
is really, how many more days do we have?
We've got today. We've
4,
got
including today.
Sunday,
Yeah.
and 2 in Lancaster.
Yeah, so
and,
we are really towards the end of it, and then our fair finals is held at Northfield in a couple of weeks.
Going to try to make it up there for that. I've only been to Northfield a couple of times.
Really?
But yeah, I haven't. I tend to go the other direction.
I can't blame you. I mean, that's what I had Amy holler on air for our Sire Stake night after Todd and Prolific Fire had a winner in one of the Scarlet Championships, and I commended Northfield. I don't get up there very much. I'm a Southern Circuit girl because that's just closer to where
Sure.
you know I grew up, where we were training horses. But Northfield, I don't know how they have created the atmosphere that is the grandstand and every. Oh,
absolutely.
but it's wonderful
Yes,
just
it
to
is.
hang out. And I don't get to do that much, but I did once this year, and it was great.
It was great. Yeah, good deal. Roger Houston's going to take us to the post parade here for the first race.
Trophy Valley Paint and Quarter Horse. Number 1, Tsunami King with Brady Clemens. The 2, Robin the Cradle, Alex Hawk. The 3, Pumpkin Skin with Nick Clegg. Number 4 is Scratched. The 5, Fire the Prez, Jason Thompson. And the 6, Dragon's Shadow, Drew Neal in the sulky. Number 4, Lane's.
There was your post parade, the first division of 2-year-old Colt Pacers, $4,587, scratched down to a field of 5. We do score 6 wide here, though, so no trailers going into at least this race. I'm not sure if we will later on or not.
And then we had a scratch on the outside later in the day.
Oh, you're
Let me
right.
See here.
Yep, I think that was the only one. We do have a handful of scratches today. We'll report those as they come. I know Corey DeEhrman scratched, I think, all of his horses.
Yes.
So whatever is going on, I think there might be something. Roger said maybe his wife has an appointment. So we're going to send our well wishes and whatever you
Absolutely.
believe in
I
their
thought
direction.
I thought it was because he had a lousy post position.
He actually had a decent day yesterday. He had a winner, right?
Yes, he did.
He had 2 wins. He was the only
had
winner,
2.
only
Yep,
trainer to double
he
up
did have
yesterday.
2. Yep, he did.
So, yep. No, go ahead, please.
You sure?
Yeah. go
No,
do it.
please. I insist. After you.
So from the rail, we have Tsunami King. Eric Nesselrode's going to send this Dancing Yankee out, but Brady Clemens gets the call. He has won 6 of 11 this year, recently coming off a second place finish at Dover, but before that had 2 wins in a row at Old Washington and McConnellsville. Looks like what I can see, the best beaten time was that most recent second place finish in 1:59.1. He's made $22,000 this year.
Number 2 is Robin the Cradle, Alex Hawk and the bike from Belvin Byler. Steve Butler and Eric Butler share ownership. This is a racing hill gelding out of the Stand Forever mare Robin Me Blind. Just 2 lifetime starts this year. First one at Old Washington a couple of weeks ago, had a break at the start, and then probably mission accomplished in the second start at Dover, just made it around the track staying flat.
The 3 Pumpkin Skin. This is a summa cum laude gelding trained by Betty Clegg. Nick Clegg in the bike. That is Nick, right? You don't have a, I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
Yes, that is Nick.
Yep.
Coming right off of a win from Dover in 2:01.4, 23 seasonal starts, 8 wins, 3 seconds, and 5 third-place finishes. Should mention, though, stepped it up into the Sire Stakes, I think pretty much all season long, but the last go was at Scioto Downs on 8:30 and went his mile in 1:55.2, so
Yeah.
he can go a little bit.
Absolutely. The 4 is Scratch. The 5, Fire the Prez, Jason Thompson and the bike for Scott Cox. This is a Catch the Fire gelding from the Stand Forever mare. Can do it forever. 10 out of 13 in the money this year. That's 5 wins, 4 seconds, and a third. A little over $23,000 in earnings and a mark of 58-1 at Northfield. Last 6 starts, second, first, fourth.
Rounding out the field, the 6-horse, Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver, Dragon Shadow. This is, of course, a Fear the Dragon. Has been knocking on the door the last 5 starts. Second, third.
Yeah.
Only 1 seasonal win in 14 tries, but we'll see if we can do it here today. Dragon Shadow has made over $15,000 with a lifetime mark at Scioto qualifier, 156-1. There's your field scratch down to just 5 competitors. Here's Roger Houston with the call of the first.
They're off and pacing from the outside. Fire the Prez leads 4 wide. On the inside, Tsunami King takes the lead into the turn. Up on the outside, Pumpkin Skin is there second. Getting away third is Robin the Cradle. On to the backside they go. Fire the Prez fourth, and trailing the field, Dragon Shadow. All in straight alignment down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. Field is led by Brady Clemens and Tsunami King. Opening quarter in 29 3/5. Into the turn second, it's Pumpkin Skin. Racing third, that's Robin the Cradle. Fourth is Fire the Prez, and Dragon Shadow trails the field. Here comes Jason Thompson. Fire the Prez on the move on the outside from fourth. Now third, going after the leader. Into the lane first time. Tsunami King shows the way. Pumpkin Skin is there second. Fire the Prez on the outside third. They're halfway home in 59 2/5. Into the turn they go. Third back on the inside flow is Robin the Cradle. First up on the outside as they race around the turn is Fire the Prez, and Dragon Shadow gets the cover on the outside. Drew Neal thinking about going 3 wide. Down the backside, going to the 3/4 station. On top of the field, it's Tsunami King by a length and a quarter. Pumpkin Skin is right there second at the 3/4 mark in 1:31. Midway around the turn, Pumpkin Skin is there second. Fire the Prez, tires on the outside third. Robin the Cradle up the inside fourth, and the trailer is Dragon Shadow. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Tsunami King brings them into the stretch by a length and a half, make it 2. Pumpkin Skin on the outside second. Coming to the wire, it's Tsunami King. Home second, Pumpkin Skin. Robin the Cradle was third. The mile, 1:58 4/5.
50, what do you say, 2/5 or 4/5?
158-4.
Wow. I was like, oh, they're just, slowing down in the back half, and all of a sudden there went Brady
Yeah.
Clemens asking
We're-
a little bit.
We're looking for excuses as to why the back halves were slower yesterday, and just they were turning for home. Like, it looks a little more damp down there at the top of the turn. And obviously not to Brady Clemens. Last quarter, 27-4 after a first half of 59-2, and he got a really good breather there in the third quarter of about 32 seconds or so,
Right.
and then saved the juice for the end there.
And that's what Nick Clegg and Pumpkin Skin really tried to come at him, but when you've got fractions like that, you just can't.
Yeah, no, another
You
good
can't
rating
get ahead
job
of
on the
them.
front end by some of our guys.
Man, I'd be very happy with the 2-horse Robin the Cradle. Only third lifetime start and ends up, I think, third.
Third
Yeah.
place, yeah. We have it as 1-3-2 across the wire. The one went off at 1-5.
That is Tsunami King's 7th win and 12 tries this season. Now, I might be wrong on this. Eric Nesselrode, who trains... Oh, we just had a winner. He just had a winner in the Sire Stakes. Jailhouse Pearl is his,
Yes,
right?
yes.
What a
Yeah, I
cool
believe
story.
so, yep.
Casey, I think it's Casey Clemens, bred and owns Jailhouse Pearl, which is a 3-year-old, and she just won the $300,000
Boom.
Scarlet Championship over the weekend. And a cool story. She was a very nice fair horse last year. I'm just not sure if she wasn't staked to anything else, but she came swinging this year to the big guys, didn't she?
It's great to see them when they go from the fairs to the Sire Stakes and race for the big money. You know, I mean, that's why they do it out here, is to get them educated and
Yep.
can put them in competition,
And
it's great.
I appreciate any trainer that lets the horse tell them where they need to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Owned by Eric Nesselrode of Stockport, Ohio. Eric Nesselrode, the winning trainer, his 24th win of the season at the county fairs in Ohio. Brady Clemens, winning drive number 36. The 2-year-old gelding, but Dancing Yankee out of Hurricane Queen Rose. Home a winner in 158 4/5, a lifetime mark. Final half, 59-2. Final quarter, 27-4. Results are official. Number 1, Tsunami King, the winner. The 2, Robin the Cradle, 3. The 3, Pumpkin Skin, 2. The 4 was Scratch. The 5, Fire the Prez, 4. The 6, Dragon's Shadow, 5. Top down, 1, 3, 2. Scratch 4, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 29-3. The half, 59-2. 3 quarters, 131. The mile, 158 4/5.
There we go. Official for the first. Tsunami King, my first initial thought was, oh, maybe that's a Down by the Seaside. I just, it would make sense for me, but I didn't realize that it was, Hurricane Queen Rose was the dam, so
Yep.
that makes sense. And it sparked my memory, and I just saw JD commented, of course, Lexington, the yearling sale did start last night. A lot of horses.
With a bang.
Went for a lot of money, but we need to mention the Ohio bred, I believe it was a filly. That Down by the Seaside, she went for $500,000. That's
Yep.
huge for Ohio.
Yeah, it's huge.
To have something go on the opening day of Lexington is already an accomplishment.
Yeah, they had a live stream working last night from the sale, so I caught a little bit of it after getting home from here yesterday, and I think I was on like horse hip number 82 or 83, and earlier there was a $1 million purchase, and then there was a $900,000 towards the end. The Luthers were very, very active in their first night last night from here in Ohio. So, it's going to be great.
It's been amazing to see. I mean, in the last 5 to 10 years, I keep saying this every broadcast, I will never be able to understand how our breed has exploded. I mean, it's breeding. It really is breeding. The way that we have exploded as far as performances and money and everything invested into it, it's been quite remarkable. But I grew up in a very conservative stable where $20,000 was like the top end for us.
Absolutely.
And when my dad was, doing very well, we had a lot of owners that wanted to spend more, but my dad would tell them, no, they're like, your ROI is different.
Right.
And that was one thing that my dad he wanted to see them make their money back very quickly. It's very possible with the amount of money that we go for now on the Grand Circuit, but it's going to take a minute to get your $1 million back, plus your vet work, plus your training.
Can you imagine
fees.
from the time you put them on your trailer at a sale and bring the horse home, you're close to 2 years away from racing, and or at least a year and a half, and every day is a bill.
Every
You know,
day.
for a year and a
Every
half.
day.
I mean, it's going to cost $8,000 to $12,000 at least out of your pocket to get a horse ready to race. So it's more than just the purchase price.
Oh yeah, it is.
A
But
lot more.
I give claps to people who really do want to invest in those kind of horses and see this future. It's remarkable. I would love to say that I'll be a millionaire one day, but let's be really realistic.
Well, let's
And
hope we can hope for it.
With the people with that amount of money that love the sport and want to invest in it, I thank them though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you ever get to that spot, I'm close to fully retired.
Will you
but
take
I consider,
a percent for me?
I consider pitching in, with something. I could be a groom a day or two a week. That's about it. I think we better take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second in just a couple of minutes.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Hey, welcome back to day 2 here at the Coshocton County Fair in Coshocton, Ohio. You're watching live harness racing, brought to you from the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association. Maybe
we're talking too much because they're already all out, and we're going to go into the post parade.
Wait, we have a minute. No, the one's going back inside.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know
no, but that's not, because that's
that
a warm
not
up.
us?
That's
Oh,
a warm
you're right.
up. Yeah.
You're right. Wow, quick. Second race, post parade on its way. 2-year-old Colton Gelding, the first division of 3 in a 1-mile trot.
The post for the second race, Home Talent Colt Stake 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trot, $4,569, trophy by Learning Garden. Number 1, Red All Over with Charlie Marek. The 2, Pickle Shot, Brady Clemens. The 3, Oh Money, Jason Beatty. Number 4, Ecker Hill Brady with Drew Neal. The 5, Strike Storm, Eric Miller. And number 6, CS Go Tom, Jason Thompson in the sulky. Horse will take.
Okay, so 1-5 on the 4-horse today. Eckerd Hill Brady, owned by our announcer, sitting a few rows behind us, Roger Houston. That is not just a reflection of honor for Roger. That's based on the performance of Eckerd Hill Brady. Take us from the rail out, Ash.
Red All Over, Charlie Myrick trains and drives this colt by Enterprise out of a Chip Hooray mare. 12 seasonal starts with 1 win, an additional 3 board hits. Recently, he's been having some trouble making some breaks pretty early on, but before that, though, was really figuring some stuff out. Had a third, and a second, whether that was at Worcester, Canton, and Canfield. Looks like our lifetime mark was actually set earlier in the year at Bucyrus in 2:05 and 3s, made $7,700.
Number 2, Susan Schroeder likes to call its name, Pickle Shot. Brady Clemens on the bike for Rosie Weaver today. Rosie owns with Heartland Acres and Gabby D LLC. 10 starts this year, 7 times in the money, includes 4 wins. This is a long time gelding from the Don't You Forget It mare, Lady Mayflower. $14,000 plus in earnings, a mark of 2:04 at Dover. Raced good there, won by 3 lengths last week. Raced for 5,400 up in Delaware and got parked out of middle half in about a minute. Really wasn't able to hold on, but previous to that, 2 wins in a row at Old Washington and McConnellsville.
Oh, Money's leaving from the 3rd post position for Jessica Smith, who also owns, of course, this Ready for Money gelding. Jason Beatty in the bike. I've been watching this one all season because when he does stay flat, it really can go. This colt can figure it out, but unfortunately, that's kind of few and far in between. The only lines we can see, he stayed flat twice over the last handful of races, but has made a second and a win when he does stay flat. The win was set up at Findlay in 2:05 flat. 13 seasonal starts with just those 2 board hits, but somehow was still made over $10,000.
Number 4, Eckerd Hill Brady. Drew Neal on a bike for Rosie Weaver. Rosie owns along with Cabby D LLC. And the voice, Roger Houston. 13 starts this year, includes 8 wins, 3 second-place finishes, over $51,000 in earnings. Was a $24,000 purchase, the Buckeye Classic sale. And it's just been racing great. Had a first at Dover, second place finish for $20,000 in the Buckeye Stallion Series up at Jug Week, and 2 wins before that, one at Worcester and one at Van Wert.
I actually do hope next year that Brady steps it up into the sire stakes because he proved that during the state fair that he can go with them.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, second place finish up there.
Yep. And it was a nice
it's pretty
second.
Impressive. Yes, it is. Yep.
With that, the 5-horse, Eric Miller drives for D. Houghton. This is Strike Storm, a chestnut gelding by Stormin Norman out of a striking Sabra mare. 9 seasonal starts, 1 win, 1 second, 3 third-place finishes. There was a 3rd most recently at Dover in 2:06 and 3. However, the lifetime mark is 2:02 and 1, set up earlier this year at Northfield Park. 9,100 made for Strike Storm.
And number 6, CS Go Tom. Kerry Merriman trains, Jason Thompson in the bike. Robert Beachy, Berlin, Ohio, owns this one. This is a long Tom colt from the Superstar Sabra mare, MZ Friendly. 9 starts this year, a win, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, $7,700 in earnings. A mark at 212 was a $5,000 purchase. They got that money back and raced good at Dover in the last fair in 2:06 and 2. Fastest winning time of the horses in this race is the 5 Strike Storm and a mark of 2:02 at Northfield. And the biggest money winner, Eckerd Hill Brady, $51,000 season to date. Let's take it up to Roger Houston for the call of the 2nd.
They're off and trotting. That's red all over on the inside. In between horses, Pickle Shot. 3 wide into the turn. Eckerd Hill Brady as they race around the turn. Racing 4th, Oh Money. Racing 5th on the outside is CS Go Tom. As they race around the turn, Oh Money goes off stride. Up the inside, CS Go Tom is now 4th. Down the backside they go to the 1st quarter mark. Pickle Shot leads the way. Opening quarter in 32 seconds. Into the turn. Red all over is there 2nd. Eckerd Hill Brady racing 3rd. CS Go Tom is 4th. Racing 5th. That Strike Storm and trailing the field. Oh Money off stride. At the 3/8 mark. Here comes Eckerd Hill Brady on the move on the outside for Drew Neal. Now 2nd and charging up on the outside to take the lead. Red all over goes off stride. stride at the halfway point in 1:01 4/5. Into the turn they go. Eckerd Hill Brady with the lead. Pickle Shot is there second, racing third. Into the turn, that is CSGO Tom. On to the backside they go, racing fourth as they race around the turn. Go on to the backside, and now tipping to the outside is Strike Storm. Down the backside, Red All Over is there fifth as they race over to the three-quarter mark. They reach the three quarters in 1:33 2. Into the final turn, Eckerd Hill Brady is opened up by 5 lengths now. Pickle Shot is there second. Little more than an eighth of a mile to go. On top of the field, Eckerd Hill Brady and Drew Neal coming on the outside, has the lead by 6. Pickle Shot is there second. Coming to the wire, Eckerd Hill Brady and Drew Neal undefeated at the county fairs this season. The mile, 2:01 2/5.
Came home in a minute and 2/5. Super.
Final quarter, or the third 3/4 was 1:33 2.
Yeah, so they came home in 28 flat.
Wow, nice.
Yep.
Which was probably to be as expected when it comes to.
Yeah, man.
Here, I'm going to try to help him
Yeah,
down.
that's great. Thank you. That's perfect. Actually going to give Roger a hand getting down there to the winner's circle. So exciting. Anybody take over the microphone? Oh, it doesn't look like they are. Better leave me on, huh, Steven? Don't think anybody picked it up. Roger is ecstatic. Ashley giving him a hand getting down to the winner's circle presentation, where he has been a few times so far this year. I was very fortunate to see Eckerd Hill Brady cross the finish line for the first time in his life down in Aiken, South Carolina at the McGee's Mile, where Rosie Weaver trains. They have a matinee down there, and I think it's in March. It's when I went down, and I was doing a Facebook Live thing with Roger and watched Eckerd Hill Brady cross the finish line for the first time way back about, gosh, that's 7 months ago already. But it's been great, and Rosie is up in the golf cart and has brought Bolt with her this time.
No, I don't think that's Bolt. Is that the puppy?
The baby? Is it the baby?
Oh, what is the heck is his name?
No, I call him Wolf, but I know that's not it.
I think I can't see, I guess, all that well, but I think that might be the puppy. The puppy's got longer hair than Bolt.
That'd be a great picture. Darn it. Should have gotten that. Let's see. Steven, can you make a freeze frame of that hug that they just had?
Oh, he's got he's on the horse.
What are you doing with the horse? Eckerd Hill Brady, well behaved. Drew Neal with another great steer.
Guess we're not going to have a winner's circle presentation. Maybe I should get on the mic.
There we go. Well, I know I was thinking about that. Maybe we should ask everybody in the grandstand when Roger starts coming back up to give him a big hand. That is one happy.
I just saw that.
It is
yep,
Smoke.
okay.
Thank you very much for that. Look, Smoke knows they won. Look at his tail.
Brady's ready to go.
Yeah. Multiple pictures being taken today.
We can half do a winner circle presentation for you. Obviously,
Go
Eckerd
for
Hill
it.
Brady was your winner in 2:01 2. That is his 9th win of 14 starts in 2025, 2 in a row at the fairs. I think Roger said it as he came across the line. Eckerd Hill Brady undefeated when it came to his fair starts
racing.
this
How
year.
How cool is that?
He is a gelding by in range out of a muscle mass mare. Carry the Torch. Rosie Weaver trains and co-owns alongside Houston and Cabby D LLC of Hudson, Ohio. He, even coming into today, had already made $51,000 on the year and adds another $2,200 or so to that bank account. And actually, that's going to lower his lifetime mark. As good as Brady's done all year, his mark was set earlier at Wellington. Or is that, I think that's Wellington. Wellington in 2:03.4 before finishing today in 2:01.2. Was originally a $24,000 purchase out of the Buckeye Classic, and he has more than doubled that payback for the team.
How about a nice hand for our announcer and horse owner, Roger Houston? Outstanding.
Roger, is that the first win that you've been able to see? You were? Okay. Okay. So Roger hasn't gotten to watch his horse race many times. And that was, I think, just the second win then. That
I think I've seen 5 of them.
Right, right. But I do hope he continues to mature and does very well next year for the team.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so.
Right now, I'm gonna and I'll. You know, I don't think when Roger lets Rosie make the decision on where to stake the horse and what horse to buy, etc., because he trusts her wholeheartedly. He trusts any of the trainers that he works with wholeheartedly. And again, I can appreciate that they let the horse do the talking. Do I think that Eckerd Hill Brady could have gone against, you know, Big Ranger or Reddy Russell when he was, you know, still in his prime? Well, here's Roger.
All over 5. The 2, Pickle Shot 2. The 3, Oh Money 6. The 4, Eckerd Hill Brady, the winner. The 5, Strike Storm 3. The 6, Tiasco Tom 4. Top down 5, 2, 6. 1, 3, 4 on the bottom. The quarter 32. The half 101.4. 3 quarters 133.2. The mile 201 2/5. Lifetime mark.
Lifetime mark for Eckerd Hill Brady. But kind of finishing my thoughts there, it's like, do I really think he could have gone to bat with Big Ranger or even Rose Run Banker when he would have a few decent starts here later in the year? He probably could have gone with him. Do I think he could have beaten him? No, but I really hope this horse continues to mature the way that he needs to, and I think Roger's going to trust Rosie to do that now. Not sure where his last start is going to be. I'm sure he'll race a couple more times, possibly. I don't know where. He's probably not going to be eligible, or maybe not eligible, but don't know if he has enough points to make the fair finals because he's been racing also in the BSS, you know, the Ohio Sire Stakes, etc. So he's not collected all of those points that he possibly could within the fair final, but he's still been quite remarkable. Official now, race 2, turning the page, race number 3 up next, the first division of sophomore colt pacers. Join me shortly, and we'll talk about the 6 that are in to go.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be one-half the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
Yep. We're back. We're back. Okay, third race coming up. 3-year-old colt and gelding, the first division of 3 with a purse of $4,460. We give a quick overview, since it looks like we have a second here, of our schedule for today. We have 3 divisions of the 2-year-old colt pace, races 1, 5, and 9. 3 divisions of the 2-year-old trot, 2, 6, and 12th race. 3 divisions of the 3-year-old colt pace, 3rd, 7th, and 11th. And 2 divisions of the 3-year-old trot, 4 and 10. And the signature series is in race 8. People with the most activity scheduled for the card today. On the driving side, Jason Beatty is in for 5 races. Nick Clegg for 7. Drew Neal, 10. Training side, Betty Clegg's got 10 listed to drive, and Rosie's got 9, and a whole bunch of people with 3 and 4.
I want to say
yes.
maybe Drew with that last win, that might have been
130?
150. No,
No, I'm sorry.
159. I think that might have been number 159. It's either 58 or 59 for Drew because he won 2 yesterday.
Right.
Rosie, that would have been number 100 for her.
Oh,
For the
how
fair
cool
season.
is
Yeah, that would have been, at least if Roger, which I trust Roger, he knows what he's doing when it comes to numbers. But yesterday,
Yes.
she did have a single winner, and that was number 99 for her on 2025. So Eckerd Hill Brady should have been number 100 of the season. Do you think we're gathering for the post parade here? Yep, here we go.
Talent Colt Stake 3-year-old colt and gelding pace, $4,460. Trophy by Coshocton County Agricultural Society. Number 1, Gorgeous Jet, the driver Christian Myers. Number 2, Fear Romeo with Nick Clegg. The 3, Rodeo Jet with Drew Neal. The 4, Widger Boys with Harvey Hirschberger. Number 5, Catching Up, the driver James Day. And number 6, Gene Said, Jason Thompson in the sulky. And please note the 6, Gene Said, racing without hobbles.
There we go, a field of 6, so a full gate. We do score 6 wide here. If you'd like to follow along with the program, we have not taken care of that yet, but I'm probably a broken record all summer long. HarnessRacingOhio.com, so you can follow along with Michael and I and see. Maybe you'll find something actually we don't see.
Yeah.
Right? So it's always worth taking a look. Those programs are free and available for any fair about an hour before post time. First division of our sophomore colt pacer is on the rail. Gorgeous Jet. Christian Myers now slated to drive for Karen Freed. This is a gelding by I'm Gorgeous out of a Jeremy's Jet mare. Just one single win on the season, but that was 2 back at Ashland. Was a winner by a neck there in 2:01 flat. However, stepped it up into the Buckeye Stallion Series last start at Delaware. Got away towards the back of the pack, and I think they just go a little too fast.
Yeah.
But still, he paced his mile at 154 and 4. That is nothing to be
absolutely
ashamed of at
not.
all.
Nope, and he could come home in 30, and he was in the 8 hole, and he didn't lose a single length anywhere in the back half, so that was great.
And I say, just looking at him, he looks like he's just been in with a lot of tough company, and that's what matters. It depends who you draw in with, where you draw, etc. Right?
Absolutely.
$12,000 made lifetime for Gorgeous Jet.
The 2 is Fear Romeo, Nick Clegg on the bike for Betty. Kimber of Fear the Dragon colt from the Always a Virgin mare, Lady Capulet. This one is 10 out of 23 in the money, market 201 at Jefferson, and a little over 15,000 in earnings. Last start was at Dover, at a break at the 3/4 pole. Previous to that, a second at Ashland, a win at Worcester, a break at Canfield, and a win in Canton before that. So every other week, this one might be a good bet at 99-1.
The 3-horse Drew Neal for Jessica Milner. This is a Rodeo Romeo gelding. It's Rodeo Jet, coming actually off of a 6 scratch from Dover, but had a nice start in the Buckeye at Delaware. Ended up second back behind, who is that, Fly High? I think it's Fly High Cruiser might be that horse.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's, again, some very nice company. Went his mile, paced his mile at 1:54 flat. Final quarter at Delaware 28. Has 5 wins, 5 seconds, and 2 third-place finishes and 26 seasonal starts. $35,000 made this year, $60,000 lifetime.
The 4 is Widger Boys, Nick Clegg, Betty Clegg, Kimber Clegg. Sorry, not Nick. And I don't know, is it Amon or Harvey? Who's driving?
Harvey Hirschberger.
Harvey Hirschberger gets the drive here on Widger Boys. 23 starts this year, 11 times first, second, or third, 15,600 in earnings, a mark of 59 at Wilmington. Break the last couple of starts, but previous to that, a solid third at Worcester, a fourth at Canfield, and a third and a second at Burton and Witchwood.
Our 5-horse Catching Up, James Day trains and drives for Power Play Racing of Medina. This is a Catch the Fire gelding out of a Jenna's Beach Boy mare. Has recently kind of stepped it up. Last 2 fairs have been winners. Looks like he's raced pretty big there, especially there at Ashland. Was 3 wide on the backside and swooped him.
59-4 is awesome up there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it has a couple miles in 51 or so. Maybe wasn't a winner, but still paced his mile that quickly. Looking to go 3 in a row. Almost $12,000 made on the year. 15 seasonal starts, 3 wins, 1 second, 4 third-place finishes.
And the 6 is Gene Said, James Day, Ryan Deaton trains, Randy T. Young stables, Adam MacArthur owns the Swell Set gelding from the Always a Virgin mare. Chase and Maddie, 16 starts, a win, 4 seconds, 2 thirds, 11,000 in earnings, a mark of 59-2 at Northfield. Broke some equipment at Dover in the last start. Was in a little bit tough against Gorgeous Jet, the rail horse here back at Ashland in the third. Before that, a couple of transportation and sickness issues. This one's looking for a better performance today than the last couple of times out, but has still made over $11,000 so far this year. And that is your field for the third race, 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Pace. This is the first of 3 divisions. Horses are in the final turn and headed towards the stretch. We bring you up to the owner of last race winner, Eckerd Hill Brady, Mr. Roger Houston, to call the race.
They're off and pacing. That's Rodeo Jet going for the lead. On the inside, Gorgeous Jet. In between horses, Fear Romeo as they race into the turn. Taking a seat fourth was Widger Boys as they race to the backside. Catching up fifth and trailing the field, Gene Said. Down the backside, go on to the first quarter mark. Gorgeous Jet and Christian Meyer shows the way by a length and a half. Up on the outside, now second and going on. That's Rodeo Jet taking a seat third. Fear Romeo at the first quarter mark. Racing fourth or into the turn, it's Widger Boys. Racing fifth is Catching Up. Treading the field, gapped out, as Gene Said. All in straight alignment as they race over to the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway station. On top of the field, it's Rodeo Jet by 2.5. Racing second at the half in 57-1. Into the turn they go. Gorgeous Jet racing third, coming to the outside. That is Fear Romeo for Nick Clegg. Off stride, Widger Boys to the backside. Catching Up, racing fifth is Gene Said. Down the backside, now trailing the field. Back pacing is Widger Boys. Down the backside they go. Rodeo Jet has the lead by 3.5 at the 3-quarter mark. In 1:27 as they race around the turn. Drew Neal's got the pedal to the metal with Rodeo Jet opening up now by 6. Make it 7. The Gorgeous Jet is there second. Fear Romeo catching up on the outside. The only battle for this one is the timer. On top of the field, it's Rodeo Jet drawn away. Home second, Christian Myers. Gorgeous Jet Catching Up was third. The mile, 1:57 flat.
Oh, yeehaw. 1 second off the track record.
I know, and these are just, well, they are our 3-year-olds, but not our age pacers by any means, putting up that kind of mile. Coming off of a 6 scratch for Rodeo Jet, I was, Michael and I on our commentary when the race is going on, Drew was definitely aggressive. He wanted the front, and I was worried this horse might puke, in a lack of a better term, as far as finishing, but no.
Yeah,
in any
stayed
capacity.
strong. No.
Looked great in the last start in the Buckeye, but as I said, coming off of a 6 scratch from Dover, but I guess it was no big deal.
No, absolutely not. And that was our fastest time of the 2-day meet,
Yes,
I believe.
yep.
Yeah, awesome. Congratulations to Jessica Milner.
So actually our pacing record, especially later on, we hit our derby, our pacing derby. The time that we are aiming for to break the record is 1:56. Actually, it's tied by 4 different horses. The most recent was Beach Party in 2023. And then actually Gerald and Sam, Buck Owens, Earl Owens trained, and my dad drove.
Yes, he did.
In 2007, and then we had 2 horses. Is it Joe Mary? I assume that's how that's pronounced, Joe Mary. And Secret Harbor said it originally in 2003. So this was a fast track at one time. Not saying we've had some nice miles, but this was
a lot of miles between like 2 minutes and 2:02, which is pretty good.
Early in the 2000s, we weren't going that fast as a breed to have a 56-mile.
Home Talent Colt Stakes 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace. Trophy by Coshocton County Agricultural Society. Number 3, Rodeo Jet. Owned by Andrew Koblenz of Worcester, Ohio. Jessica Milner, the trainer. Drew Neal in the sulky. That is win number 160 this season at the county fairs. Also a record for a driver in the county fairs in the state of Ohio. Rodeo Jet, a 3-year-old gelding by Rodeo Romeo at a Jet Scent. Home winner in 1:57. Results are official. Number 1, Gorgeous Jet. 2, the 2, Fair Romeo. 4, the 3, Rodeo Jet, the winner. The 4, Witcher Boys. 6, the 5, Catching Up. 3, the 6, Gene Said. 5, Top Down. 2, 4, 1, 6, 3, 5 on the bottom. The quarter 30 and a fifth. The half 57-1. 3/4 127. The mile 1:57. 1 second shy of the track record.
But he can be so repetitive sometimes.
Oh, hold on. But opening quarter was 30-1. I would not have thought that was
going to translate to a 57.
No.
Yeah.
I did not think, like, we both thought they were marching to the opening quarter a little bit. Because Drew did have to ask by all means.
It looked faster than
well,
that.
But we do go 157. That's the time that matters, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right. And 360 to win for the favorite in that last race. Rodeo Jet. Congrats again to Jessica and Drew Neal.
I'm going to say back-to-back for Drew Neal, and that is 160 fair wins. That's remarkable.
Staggering, yeah.
We even, when we first started keeping track, we didn't know how many people had won more than 100 races in a single season. And then Ronnie G came out swinging with 120. That was a previous record a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago. Now he set that. And now Drew is just cruising. This one should hold up for a very long time.
You know, the pessimist would say, okay, so it's 160, but how many did he race? You know, trying to find a fault with it. 450 starts. Unbelievable numbers. 300 times first, second, or third out of 450 starts for a percentage of 501.
Yeah, but I'd say he's batting pretty good.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, he's the Aaron Judge of the of the Ohio County Fair's racing season. Hey, when we come back for the 4th 3-year-old Colton Gelding, it's a 1-mile trot. First division, purse of $6,604. Live harness racing from the Coshocton County Fair. We'll be back after these messages.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Race number 4. We're headed next into the first division of sophomore colt trotters. This is a pretty decent little purse. We're only going to split it into 2 divisions. So $6,600 on the line for this field of 6. I haven't looked too far into the program, but this is a nice
It's a nice group
field.
of trotters.
This is a very nice field.
Yeah, it absolutely is. From the rail out, number 1, sneak past them. Nick Clegg on the bike for Jessica Smith. This one has had 23 starts this year, been in the money 6 times and made $14,000, a mark of 201 and 2 at the beautiful Greenville Fair. Last time out was at 5th at Washington, had a break at Kenton, had a second tier at Findlay, broke at Lima. Well, you know what? It's a trotter, and it happens, but when the horses stay flat, 8:16, Greenville 201 and 2, wire to wire with Colton Noble on the bike. So we'll see what Nick can do today.
The 2 Sodbuster J.H. Miller is going to train and own this Volstead gelding. Brady Clemens is going to be in the bike. 19 seasonal starts with 1 win, 5 seconds, and 3 third-place finishes. Had a break out of the gate last time at Dover, but before that at Delaware, it stayed flat. Went in 2 minutes there, ended up 6, so unfortunately just out of the money. But every once in a while, he can kind of figure it out. Looks to be a little bit of a pattern. You know, we'll stay flat, we make a break. We stay flat, we make a break. So that it's good, right, for this one.
Could be due for a good one here.
Still $15,000 made this year, $37,000 lifetime for Sodbuster.
The 3 is 45 Maga, Chris Hirschberger for Darren Harvey. Alan Miller is the owner. Marseille Gelding out of the Man of Many Missions mare. Let's say that fast 3 times. Man of Many Missions mare out of the mare One Too Many. 19 starts, 9 times in the money out of 19. A solid $19,000 in earnings. A lot of 19s here. 159 at Northfield. The mark was a $30,000 Ohio Select sale. Had a good year last year at $18,000. Last start out was in Dover, the 3rd place finish. Previous to that, got parked to the half at Ashland, ended up 4th, but has been getting checks every week and could contend here.
Ryan Hawthorne Trucking. Number 1, sneak past them, the driver, Nick Clegg. Number 2, Sodbuster with Brady Clemens. The 3, 45 Maga, Chris Hirschberger. Number 4, Skyway Slick, the driver, Jason Beatty. Number 5, Ryan the Lion with Jimmy Smith. And number 6, Spin the Prize, Drew Neal in the sulky.
Rounding out our thoughts here, the 4-horse Skyway Slick. It's hard not to see him on the track. He's a big black. Actually, he's listed as a brown, but he's a very dark horse. He is a looker. He's the only colt in the field. He's by Long Tom. Bobby Joe Brewer does train Jason Beatty in the bike. And if I remember correctly, this is Jason's baby. He loves this horse, spoils him a little bit. Maybe that's why he might have some of the attitude that he has.
Yeah, well, I've been wondering, if you look at his lines, obviously he's been sick the last couple of starts, but before that was on fire.
Right.
So really hoping that that this horse has healed.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to get into. I don't know exactly how many wins in a row he had. I can at least see 3 in a row before we had some scratches. His last go was at Scioto. He was a winner wire to wire in the Buckeye Stallion Series and 154 and 2. He won by over 2 lengths, so he was cruising a little bit, not pushed too hard at all. But last time at Delaware in the BSS as well as Findlay, he did scratch sick. So we'll see how that is going to come back into form today. He's had 6 wins and 9 starts. Compared to a lot of the other horses, he's been very well managed and lightly started as a sophomore. $33,000 on the year and $53,000 lifetime for Skyway Slick.
The 5 is Ryan the Lion. Jimmy Smith drives. Jimmy Smith trains. Mike Lickert out of Cannonsburg is the owner. This is an Uncle Peter gelding from the Broadway Hallmare Stage Show. He's had 17 starts this year, just 1 win, but 8 second-place finishes, 3 third-place finishes, $20,000 plus in earnings. This one was a $10,000 purchase, was lightly raced as a 2-year-old, a little bit more this year, and is second, third, and fourth in the last 3 starts.
And the 6, Spend the Prize, Rosie Weaver and Drew Neal. I don't even know how many wins in a row that we do have. Yeah. I can see lots of them, but 15 wins of 20 starts this year, $60,000 made just in 2025. Oops. With a lifetime mark set at Delaware. Of course, was a winner there just in the Fair Stakes, but 156 and 1. Been a very, very nice horse all the way around. Currently sitting at 1-2, actually. Thinking about this, Skyway Slick, going back to him.
Yeah.
Jason Beatty, he was in the Delaware, was in the OHHA, and he's like, does your mom have I don't know if it's a full sibling or a half sibling, I can't remember, to Skyway Slick. We have a mare, well, Philly this year, 2 years, 2, and I want to say, what is her actual name? Mystical Rita is her name.
Okay.
And she's been having some trouble staying flat. But gosh, can she trot her butt off.
Is that right?
And I do think it's a half sibling. I think she's a half sibling to Skyway Slick. And that's why we don't want to give up on her, because when she stays flat, oh man, she's a beautiful mover. She's a lot smaller than Skyway Slick, but still has a lot of the same characteristics. I needed to look into that, and I completely forgot until I saw him in today. But I'm pretty positive we do have a half sibling and can go a little bit.
2-year-old or 3-year-old?
2-year-old. Yep, 2-year-old filly. And we actually didn't know if we were going to shut her down earlier this year, because you know how that is. We want to let them mature. My mom's pretty old school. It's like, we know that she can get it, and it depends on the drive.
Yeah, of course.
And a lot of times, especially at the fair, she's just been a fair horse for us this year. We like to keep, like Jack Franklin, who works for my mom, has been staying on her. And sometimes they get along really well, and other times she's just going to make a break.
Yeah.
But this bloodline is pretty proven. He's a very nice horse.
Well, they do have a mind of their own.
Sometimes it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
They like the 3, the betting public likes, or not the 3, excuse me, the 6, who is sitting 3-5 right now.
Drew Neal and Rosie Weaver with that run of wins in a row, 15 out of 20. Season to date, $60,000 in earnings. These are 3-year-old Colton geldings. This is the first division of 2 with a nice purse of $6,600. Roger Houston with the call of the 4th.
They're off and trotting. That Skyway Slick going for the lead. Inside, Sodbuster gets away second. Up on the outside, Spin the Prize. Now second as they race around the turn. Racing fourth, that sneak past them onto the backside and the first quarter mark. Racing fifth is 45 Mega. Treading the field, Ryan the Lion. All in straight alignment down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. They race over to the first quarter in 30 1/5 into the turn. It's Skyway Slick and Jason Beatty showing the way by 2 1/4 lengths. Racing second is Spin the Prize. Trotting third, that is Sodbuster. Fourth is Sneak past them. Racing fifth, 45 Megan. Trailing the field, Ryan the Lion. No movement as yet to go after the leader. Coming to the halfway point, it's Skyway Slick by a length and a half. Halfway home in 59 2. Into the turn they go. The leader, Skyway Slick, by a length and a half. Spin the Prize right there second. Racing third is Sodbuster onto the backside and the 3/4 station. Moving up on the outside. Go on to the backside, comes Ryan the Lion. On the inside, sneak past him and now trailing 45 Mega at the 3/4 mark. 3/4 in 1:30 3/5. Into the final turn. Skyway Slick with the lead. Here comes Spin the Prize and Drew Neal on the move on the outside. Now second. Racing third. Sodbuster gapped out. Little more than 1/8 of a mile to trot. On the inside. Skyway Slick. Spin the Prize digs in on the outside. It's Skyway Slick. Spin the Prize second. It's all Skyway Slick. Spin the Prize over Sodbuster. The mile, 1:59 2/5.
1:59 2/5. Skyway Slick said, I was sick for a couple, but don't count me out.
Yeah, don't count me out at all. That was pretty impressive, 59-2. And, woo, 7 out of 10 wins. Starts this year, picks up another $3,300, gets earnings up to over $37,000 so far for this great 3-year-old Long Tom.
He just moves with a lot of confidence when you see this
Looked
colt
really
go.
great on the backstretch
Right.
there when he was in groove there. Yeah.
I think he's a colt. He's the only colt in that field, and we won't pretend that that doesn't influence sometimes the way that they act.
Sure.
You can just tell the way that this colt moves, and will probably come into the winner's circle. He's full of himself a little bit,
Yep.
but for good reason.
Yeah,
He's been
why
a very
not?
nice performer for both Jason and Bobby Joe.
Had plenty left, too, at the end.
Yeah.
Plenty left.
Our quarters are a little funky today
Yeah, we think that the first quarter time might be a little overrated.
because we do have a lot. There is a lot of stuff going on in the
Obstruction, yes.
infield,
Yeah.
and I don't even know where is the quarter pole.
Uh,
I don't even know if I can see it.
I-
Can you see it?
well, I'll tell you what I've been using. I've been using, there's like a little white box
Yep,
or something in a
yep.
white, yeah.
That's kinda what I thought,
yeah,
too.
that's what I've been using.
Here's our presentation.
Race, hometown Cold Stake 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trot. Trophy by Ryan Hawthorne Trucking. Number 4. Ohio, and Matthew Kiesler of Dickinson, North Dakota. Bobby Joe Brewer gets her 6th win this season at the fairs. Jason Beatty, win number 62. And 4, Skyway Slick, at least 4 in a row in Ohio.
Well, we'll wait for the official before I go in. I have a story.
Okie dokie.
Looks like we are official with the prices posted at least. We go 5-6-2 across the wire. The try returns 22.80 because our winner returned 5.
That's not bad for the two favorites back to back. One was 9-5 and 4-5.
Sir official. Number 1, Sneak Past Them, 5. The 2, Sodbuster, 3. The 3, 45 Mega, 4. The 4, Skyway Slick, the winner. The 5, Ryan the Lion, 6. The 6, Spin the Prize, 2. Top down, 5, 3, 4, 1, 6, 2 on the bottom. The quarter, 31. The half, 59 2. 3/4, 103.3. 3/4 time, I'm going to have to check that. 130 3. 130 3. For the 3/4, the mile, 1:59 2/5.
So I've known it for a couple years, but Jason, again, stopped me outside of the OHHA tent at Delaware. He said, hey, did your fair, so Urbana, Champaign County, did you guys have a memorial for your dad, Bill Daly? And I said, yeah, we do every year. We don't necessarily it's not a signature series. It's just like a 3-year-old colt pace division is named.
Yeah,
like we
and
sponsor it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we've had it for a long time now. And the last 2 years, I want to say Jason has won it. And I don't know why it's so special to him, but I appreciate that it's so special to him. He actually, I don't know if it was this bike that he's riding in today, but he bought one of my dad's old bikes and that is what he wins my dad's memorial race in. And you can see it. Like now the lettering has been scratched off, but you can see where the old, it says Jim Daly or Bill Daly on the side of it. And he always makes sure to tell me that, and it means so much. And
Very cool.
I love seeing Jason at the fairs because he can put it to him.
Oh,
he really
yeah.
can.
He can put him to him at Scioto. You know, he's when he's got a horse that fits into a field, you're getting a really good effort one way or the other out of it. Jason is great for that. I was looking to see how old he was. He's 53 now, so he probably had known your dad for a long time.
I don't know
assume,
how long has Jason been here.
Oh, I'm not sure because
I
he's
don't
from
know.
down under,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yep. I can't remember. Is it? He's not. Is he Australian or is he
Australian or New Zealand?
I know, and I can't remember
Yeah,
exactly which one he's from. I don't
not sure.
mean to be disrespectful in not knowing that, you know. But yeah, he's not.
That's a cool story. That's really neat. Tradition lives on in our sport, as does the racing. And when we come back, we're going to have the 5th race of this afternoon's 12-race card here at Coshocton for you. It'll be the 2nd division of our 2-year-old colt and gelding pace. They were moving a little bit in the first one. Hopefully they'll do the same here. We'll be back after these short messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees, available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Thank you. 5th race coming up next. Good afternoon, everybody. Michael Langer, Ashley Daly, and Stephen on the camera. We are live in Coshocton, Ohio for the 2nd of the 2-day meet here. And we've had some little difference in timing between the 2-year-olds, or between the fillies yesterday and the boys today a little bit. A couple of races under 2 minutes already in the first 4 races this afternoon. It is a 12-race card. It is a beautiful day. I think maybe yesterday was warmer because it was more in peak time, like 4 o'clock or so. I don't think it's gotten to that stage yet. But just so you know, there is a comfort device in this little bag over here to my left.
You gonna say you pulled it out for one fair for me? Where was that?
I did. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's here. I think this is the new one. The one I had before was the one with the clip on it, right?
I don't know. What are you talking about? Maybe you should tell people what you're talking about.
I'll show you what it is. I'll show you what it is. It's a fan, is what it is. But I was trying to find something that would work really efficiently. No, you haven't seen anything yet. Hang on a second. Steven, are you going to show this?
I wish that we had.
You can if you want.
Oh, man.
No, it's okay. Let him do it. Okay, so here we go. So it comes flat like this, right? And you open it up.
Okay.
Okay. You're not laughing now, are you?
We actually have a breeze today, though. Yesterday
I know.
was
We're not going to need
here.
it, but I wanted to be prepared. Thought it would be pretty cool to have. So there it is. That worked really well on the pop-up at the jug. I can tell you.
Yeah, that would be.
That's what it was for.
Worth it.
That's what it was for.
Race number 5 up next. I think we've got four out
I think
of
4
the
so far.
6 we're looking for. Moving right along. Roger holds him accountable. He's calling for him as soon as we go official
no question
for the
about
next.
it. Yeah.
And it helps the crowd continues to grow, too, as we're getting later in the afternoon. Did you guys stay long enough to see any of the wiener dog racing yesterday, packing up?
Not me.
No?
No.
Steve? Oh.
No.
No. Well, there was a crowd for wiener dog racing.
I don't think there would have been room for us.
I'm sorry. Say that louder.
Well, that's what it sounded
That's
like, because
so
I was
crazy.
parked right over there where they were all gathered.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
no.
I don't know if
I hope they got their
all-
entry fee back.
Right. It's like, I don't know if all wiener dogs, the different fair circuits that hold the wiener dog racing, do this. But Washington Courthouse, they do $1,000 wiener take-all.
Yeah.
And so if they're
Yeah,
racing
they
for
make
money,
a-
I can understand
Oh.
wanting to drop your dog into it for $1,000. Like, that's
It's a big
wiener
deal.
take-all. Are you kidding? So,
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
are we all out? 1, 2. No, we're almost all out. I think the last
we
horse is
need
stepping
one.
onto the track now. Right now, I only have one change. If you are following along with the program, the 6-horse Luck Be My Legend, Drew Neal, now slated to drive for trainer Daniel Miller. Other than that,
Yeah,
that's the only
Manny
change I
said
got.
yesterday he might not make it today because he just had a couple, and I believe he's got to be at Dayton later on this afternoon.
Didn't even think about that.
2-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, $4,587. Trophy by Home Loan Savings Bank. Number 1, I Am the Sea with Nick Clegg. Number 2, I'm a Dancing Man, Brady Clemens. The 3, GC's Legend with Christian Myers. Number 4, Shelley's Fast Fool, Jason Beatty. The 5, Feel Up to It, and Alex Hawk. And number 6, Luck Be My Legend, Drew Neal in the sulky.
A field of 6, a full gate here for the second division of 2-year-old Colt Pacers. What did our first division 2-year-old Colt Pace win in 158-4? They were moving a little bit too, and that
Yeah, they
was
were.
Nestle Road trainee.
Yeah,
and
that was
he's-
that 27-4 final quarter.
And he's got another trainee in here. So let's take a look. I Am the Sea from the Rel. Betty Clegg Nick Clegg, actually, for Betty Clegg, I guess I should say. This is a down by the seaside gelding, coming off a third-place finish at Dover in 2:01-3. However, the start before that in the Fair Stakes at Delaware ended up second. Final quarter, 28-2, paced his mile in 1:54-3. I can see as far back in the Sire Stakes on August 30th at Scioto Downs. He went his mile, unfortunately, out of the money there, but 1:53-1, so this little colt can go too. He's won 8 times this year in 26 tries, an additional 7 second-place finishes and 4 third-place finishes. $38,000 made for I Am the Sea.
Solid performer. Number 2 is I'm a Dancing Man, Brady Clemens for Eric Nesselrode, who owns, along with B. Powell, D. Ruff, and Jay McCourt, a Dancing Yankee gelding from the Gear to Gear mare, Zebete. 11 starts this year, 7 wins in those 11 starts, 3 second-place finishes, a mark of 57-3 at Woodsfield. This one was bred at Cool Winds Farm here in Ohio. Last 6 races, very impressive, and really impressive even at the half, because in the last 3, the horses won by 6, and was second by a neck. But really, really strong. Nothing but first and seconds in the last 6 starts. Was a $13,000 purchase, and as a 2-year-old, he has already made back $25,000.
The 3, GC's Legend, Christian Myers for Kevin Mead. This is a bit of a legend in gelding. 5 wins and 11 starts this year. Unfortunately, had some tough luck and drew on the outside of Delaware in the Buckeye Stallion Series. So wasn't quite in the money. The 8-hole will do that to you, especially on that half-mile track.
Absolutely.
But still paced his mile 1:54-2. Before that, though, going some time back, he had 3 wins in a row. This colt does like to be on the front and win on the front, so it's very possible we might see that here again today. But he was a winner at McConnellsville, Marietta, and Caldwell. $18,000 weighed, and Caldwell was his lifetime mark in 158 flat.
The 4 is Shelley's Fast Fool, Jason Beatty for Brian Georges. Kent Walker is the owner. This is a Fool Me Once gelding from the Yankee Cruiser mare, Shell Cruise. 15 starts, 8 times in the money, includes 2 wins. A little over $12,000 in earnings, a mark of 201-1 at Kenton. I think you were there with me for that one, if I'm not mistaken. Last start was in Delaware for $4,800. Got parked out of middle half, and 59-1 was a little too tough, but still held on for fifth. Before that, at Old Washington, a second, and then 2 wins in a row at Kenton and Findlay.
Feel up to it, Alex Hawk for Melvin Byler. This is a lather up gelding who has found himself on the outside, really his last 3 starts a little bit. So hopefully he's going to come in nice and tight. He was parked out for half of a mile there at Dover, ended up 4th, so was in the money in 2:04 and 3. That seems to be a pretty consistent time for him. Somewhere between 2:03 and 2:05 is where this horse likes to land. Still looking to break the maiden, however, has made $5,000.
Drew Neal gets the drive for Luck Be My Legend, trained by Daniel Miller. That's our 6th horse. Jerry Miller out of Fredericksburg owns this one. It's a bit of a legend gelding out of the Camluck mare, Luck Be My Lady. It's had 12 starts this year, no wins, no seconds, but 3 third-place finishes and $5,600 in earnings. I just want to go back up to GC's Legend for a second, the 3. Last start was out of the 8-hole in Delaware for $20,000. Before that, a break at the rail at Old Washington, but the 3 wins previous to that in a row, 2 minutes, 59-1 and 58. That was at Marion and Caldwell, and those are really good times. Wouldn't be surprised if the 3 pops up here and gives Brady Clemens a run for their money, the 2 horse. Roger Houston will call the 5.
They're off and pacing. I Am the Sea on the inside. I'm a Dancing Man on the outside, takes command. Getting away third, a CG's Legend as they race into the turn. Shelley's Fast Fool racing 4th. Around the turn, go on to the backside, racing 5th. As they race down the backside, feel up to it, and trailing the field, Luck Be My Legend. All in straight alignment as they race over to the first quarter mark. I'm a Dancing Man at the quarter in 31 and 3. Into the turn, I Am the Sea right there second, racing 3rd. CG's Legend 4th is Shelley's Fast Fool. Feel up to it, racing 5th, and the trailer is Luck Be My Legend. Drew Neal can see them all at the 3/8 mark. Straight alignment into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field, I'm a Dancing Man. Out and moving is CG's Legend on the outside. Halfway home in 1:01. 4/5. Into the turn they go. I'm a Dancing Man with the lead. On the outside second, CG's Legend. Inside trap now is I Am the Sea. Moving to the outside, Shelley's Fast Fool 4th. Racing 5th, Luck Be My Legend. Treading the field, feel up to it. Down the backside to the 3/4 mark. The battle's on. Stride for stride, toe to toe, nose to nose. 3/4 in 1:31 and 3. Into the final turn. I'm a Dancing Man on the inside. CG's Legend challenging on the outside second. I Am the Sea pacing 3rd. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. CG's Legend on the outside. Inside, I'm a Dancing Man coming to the wire. CG's Legend on the outside. I'm a Dancing Man. CG's Legend. I'm a Dancing Man. I Am the Sea. The mile, 1:59.
Just a couple ticks slower than the first division, but I cannot believe our 3-horse went off 12-1 as I was doing the introduction. You know, I said the 8-hole did not do him any favors in Delaware, but before that had a string of first-place finishes. A great steer by Christian Myers, and Lord, is that little horse game. I didn't think there for a minute going to the final turn he was going to be able to get ahead of I'm a Dancing Man, but such a game horse dug right in and went past him.
Yeah, no question. Parked out the entire last half, which came home at 58 seconds. And, yeah, I kind of like the way that one looked in the program before the race. I almost let you finish introducing the horses and go down and make a bet on that, but didn't do so. But, my goodness, that was a heck of a performance by GC's Legend and the Kevin Meade trained with Christian Myers in the back. That's 6 wins and 12 starts, 8 out of 12 in the money, and will take earnings up over $21,000, which is really good.
And that is
for a homebred.
Yeah, so that's a homebred
Yep.
for our trainer owner, so that makes it even that much better. And he's a little colt compared to the 1 and 2 horses, right, that he was battling up against there.
Yes.
On the inside, and he was on the outside. He's kind of a small little guy.
$27 to win.
Try returns 36. But your exact only returns 7.
That's okay. I would have had it 50 times.
Here's our presentation.
Number 3, CG's Legend. Kevin Mead of Nelsonville, Ohio, owns and trains his 6th win this season at the fairs. Christian Myers gets win number 20 in the Buckeye State. 2-year-old gelding by Bit of Legend in a lightning mock in. Home a winner in 1:59. That's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of I'm a Bit of a Legend in.
That ATV?
Results are official. Number 1, I Am the Sea, 3. The 2, I'm a Dancing Man, 2. The 3, CG's Legend, the winner. The 4, Shelley's Fast Fool, 4. The 5, Feel Up to It, 6. The 6, Luck Be My Legend, 5. Top down, 3, 2, 1, 4, 6, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 31 and 3. The half, 101, 4. 3/4, 131, 3. The mile, 1:59.
Super impressive win and drive by Christian Myers for GC's Legend. 2-year-old Colton Gelding picks up a check for about $2,300. And again, that is 6 wins in 12 starts after a couple of tough trips up at Delaware for $20,000 and an uncharacteristic break at Old Washington. So, yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Christian's only 22 years old.
Yep.
I knew he was young, but I didn't know quite how young he is. And he's batting pretty good. He really is. He's had now 252 starts on the season with 41 wins, and going in today was batting a .27.
Yeah, pretty good numbers. 6th race is coming up next. That's going to be our 2nd division for 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. We have 1 scratch. The 2-horse Whistle on the Wind is out. And Mogul Maverick has the rail. Scott Weingartner is sitting a few rows in front of us, came up before the races today. They think they got this one figured out after some breaking issues early on, and we'll see whether or not he can achieve a 5-in-a-row streak here in OHIO. We'll be back after these messages.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
In Ohio, we know a thing or two about greatness. It's in our blood. It's in our horses. Ohio Standardbreds are built to win, racing for nearly $23 million in Ohio Stakes races. See Ohio's top yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale Friday, September the 12th at the Pickaway County Event Center. Show day is Thursday. Experience the thrill and invest in the future with the Buckeye Owner Bonus. Eligible Ohio sired yearlings get a bonus after their 2- and 3-year-old racing season. Learn more at OhioHarnessHorseBreeders.com.
I want to thank those of you that are watching with us today from around the area, Central Lake, Michigan, Orient, Streetsboro, Eaton, Vincennes, Indiana. Thank you for being with us. In Kenilworth, Ontario, Canada. Those guys will be hosting the Breeders' Crown in about 45 days up there. Kevin, I agree with you. That was a great race, and Christian really did a heck of a job driving that 3-horse. In Cardington, Ohio, thank you as well for being with us today. The 6th race is next. It's 2-year-old Colt and Geldings, 2nd division of 3 with a purse of $4,569. It's a big weekend of big races around the country coming up and north of the border as well. I'll pull up some of these and take a look at it. A lot of folks not familiar with Plain Ridge Park in Massachusetts, but that facility has really turned into a great racetrack and a really cool place. And they have a breeder stakes series going on over there. Harris has a pretty big week with Indiana Sire Stakes eliminations. The Red Mile, some big races obviously this weekend down there. And in Northfield, our Buckeye Stallion Series finals with purses of $75,000. So a lot of big action as we get closer to the traditional end of the season. And we'll see where these horses stay or go with the barns that they've been with all year, and where they go or train for the winter, or if they stay on their home tracks locally here. Just confirmed with Roger that he is planning on heading back to McGee's Mile in March, which is where Rosie Weaver and some others train for the winter down there. Nice facility. And we're going to do that next year on Roger's Facebook page versus mine. We've been using mine, but I think he's got a slightly bigger audience. So we're going to try to take advantage of that and do the Aiken Matinee live on Roger's Facebook page, if we can figure that out once we get down there. Again, we are in Coshocton. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. Next race is the 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot. We have a nice breeze today. It was a little bit warmer, I think, yesterday than it is now, so it's comfortable up here. And this is my last fair of the season. I want to thank the team at OHHA for having such faith and support in me to give me the opportunity to be spread out all over the state all summer long. I've really enjoyed it. It's been great. I've seen more races in the last 120 days than I can possibly fathom. You too.
You want my job? You can take my job. Depends on the day.
Can't. If it's not, as long as it's under 20 races, I could do it myself.
Right.
But I don't want to go there. I'll have enough of that before our season starts next year.
Right. I would like to join. I want to join you next year.
You need to come down. Yeah.
I don't venture too far out of Ohio as far as work goes by any means. We used to race, well, before the money got good and the racinos were here in Ohio, my dad did live in Indiana, so I know Hoosier very well.
Okay.
And at the time, we also did Indiana Downs as well before they went purely to, I think, just thoroughbreds, right? Now is
Yeah, I
what they
think
do.
so. Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time in Indiana. Every once in a while, we would have a PA bred. But we were so close to Indiana, that's just, we tended to.
Well, you know, when the Kentucky circuit was much slower, not that many years ago, they used to come up here.
Yep, because I don't even think we had very many Kentucky breds ever either. Because it just wasn't worth it at the time.
Yep. Roger Houston for the post parade of the 6th.
Trophy by Coshocton County Agricultural Society. Number 1, Mogul Maverick. The driver, Drew Neal. Number 2 is scratched. The 3, Whisco Tax Collector with Jason Thompson. Number 4, Mile Range with Carson Conrad. The 5, Short Range with Charlie Myrick. And number 6, Daniel My Brother, Chris Hirschberger in the sulky.
Let's take a look at the 2nd division of a 2-year-old Colt Trotters, $4,569 from the rail. Mogul Maverick, Rosie Weaver, and Drew Neal trying to go 5 in a row. Was a winner at Dover, Ashland, Wooster, and Van Wert. However, the lifetime mark was set at Croton this year in 2:02 and 3. Mogul Maverick has had 6 wins and 13 starts and $25,000 made.
Number 2 is Scratch. Number 3 is Wisco Tax Collector. It should be a driver change here, huh?
Maybe we should stop talking when we
when
we go through the post parade.
Okay, or
Is
maybe
that might be him.
Well, let's tell you about the horse, and then as 3 comes around, we'll be able to tell you who's in the bike. Wisco Tax Collector.
Attention, were you?
Herman Hagerman trains and owns. This is a What the Hill gelding from the Yankee Glide Mare Passport to Love. 15 starts this year, a win, 4 seconds, and 2 third-place finishes. Does have $18,000 in earnings and a mark of 210 at Hilliard. Dover last week, a third-place finish. Raced at Delaware in the Fair Series. Got a 4th-place finish there. This one is getting lots of checks, just hasn't made it to the winner's circle more than once. Is it Jason?
Yep, I think that's Jason.
Jason Thompson in the bike. Manny Miller is scheduled to drive a few here today, but has to be in Dayton later on this afternoon for racing this evening, I believe, so he wasn't able to make it.
The 4-mile range, of course, is an in-range trained by Stevie Carter. Carson Conrad in the bike, 5 wins and 13 tries, an additional 6 board hits. I think the second tier got him last start at Dover, started from the 6th hole, and then just made a break behind the gate and then tried to come home pretty good, but it just did not work out in his favor. However, 2 back at Ashland was a winner. This horse also stepped it up this season into the Buckeye Stallion Series and made a couple checks here and there. Another one with 5 wins and 13 drives. And did I read the wrong horse earlier?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, you're good.
All right.
No, you're okay. Stay with me, Ashley. Stay with me, Ash. You're okay.
Best bean time I can see was at Scioto Downs with BSS in 1:58.3.
Yes, sorry.
We're not even that far into it. We got to keep our minds sharp.
The 5, right?
We're on the 5.
Short range. Charlie Merrick trains and drives and owns. This is an in-range gelding from the Majestic Sunmare. Short rein. 10 out of 12 in the money. Really a great start. 2 wins, 6 seconds, 2 thirds. Over $16,000 in earnings. Bred by Timmy Troyer here in Ohio. Mark of 205 and 3 at Kenton. And on the program pages, second, fourth, third, first, and second, always close by and always getting a check.
The 6th horse, and starting from the far outside, Daniel, my brother, Chris Hirschberger, drives for trainer, though, Wes Hirschberger. This is a long Tom gelding owned by Callum Racing, who is a part owner in LT Loverboy, who's had a fantastic year once again.
Yeah.
He's really been knocking on the door. He's had a few of his last 5 starts have been great. He's had a third, second, first, and a second. His last win came wire to wire at Canfield. He's had 2 wins and 11 seasonal tries, $16,000 made in a lifetime mark up at Northfield in 203 flat.
Should be a good race. Everybody on the gate. The 1, Mogul Maverick, has the fastest winning time of the horses in this race at 2:02 at Croton, as Ashley mentioned. And then the highest money earner has been Mile Range, the 4, with Carson Conrad in the bike. And Roger Houston is about to call the 6. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters, $4,569 purse.
They're off and trotting. That's Mogul Maverick going for the lead on the inside. Up on the outside, off stride, Mile Range. Getting away second on the inside. As they race around the turn, going to the first 8, it's Short Range. Racing on to the backside. Daniel, my brother, trots third. Back trotting fourth is Mile Range, and treading the field, Wisco Tax Collector following the early break. As they race over to the first quarter mark. Opening quarter in 30 3/5. Into the turn, Mogul Maverick shows the way by 9 lengths. Racing second around the turn, as is Short Range, racing third. Daniel, my brother, trotting fourth is Mile Range. As the race over to the 3/8 and trailing the field, Wisco Tax Collector. Coming to the halfway point, Mogul Maverick has the lead by 7 as they race to the half in 1:01. Into the turn they go. Racing second, that is Short Range. On to the backside third. Going to the 5/8 mark. It's Daniel, my brother. Moving on the outside and closing ground is Mile Range, now third, now second, going on after the leaders. Down the backside, racing fourth. Daniel, my brother, at the race over to the three-quarter mark. They reach the three quarters in 1:33. Into the final turn. On top, it's Mogul Maverick, but they're closing in on the leader. Racing second, that's Mile Range. Racing third on the outside. As they race into the stretch, eighth of a mile to go. On top of the field, it's Mogul Maverick, closing on the outside, Short Range. Into the stretch, Mile Range third. Through the lane, it's Mogul Maverick with the lead. On the outside, Short Range, Mogul Maverick. Short Range, Daniel, my brother. The mile, 2:03 4/5.
Well,
Yeah.
had quite the lead, got a little tired there. That was a great effort, though, by our second place finisher, Short Range, for Charlie Myrick. Man, did he make up a lot of ground and trotted nicely to get there. But Mogul Maverick stayed flat there. He's really figured it out and keeps that streak alive. That is 5 in a row for this Rosie Weaver trainee. And Drew Neal is going to notch win number 161, and Rosie's going to get 101.
Unbelievable. There goes Mr. Weingartner and the ownership team out of the grandstand to go greet Mogul Maverick. Yeah, they got this one figured out. He said that there was some discussion early on about whether or not the horse should be on the front end or cover or get a two-hole trip, and they said that whenever a horse came up next to him or he ran up behind one close is when he ran. So they're like, okay, let's change the strategy and get to the front. And, well, has that paid off 5 times in a row?
So it's so complicated, man. It's like you want to teach the horse how to race from anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Right? That is part of it, especially at these fairs. You have to have a versatile racehorse because it will not always fall the way exactly you need it to fall. But it's like, but you also need to make money.
Yeah.
You can't just try to get them around there and teach them something every single time if you know going to the front and just staying on the front works.
Yep.
So but as they step up and everybody matures next year, part of the learning process.
Yeah, it's part of the learning process, 100%. Yep, 100%.
And sometimes they just need time to get their minds, this is my job and they'll figure it out,
It's another owner that had nice things to say about their trainer earlier today.
The winner of the 6th race, Hometown at Colt Stakes, 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trot, sponsored with the Coshocton County Agricultural Society. Number 1, Mogul Maverick. Home to Rosie Weaver, T.J. Gentry, S.A. Weingartner, and B. Rogers. Rosie Weaver, a training double today, win number 101 in the Buckeye State. Drew Neal gets his driving triple this afternoon, win number 160 at the county fairs. The 2-year-old Gelding, but Want the Hill, that'll glide my way. Home winner in 2:03 4/5. 7th win and 14 this season for Mogul Maverick. Winner now of 5 in a row in Ohio. Results are official. Number 1, Mogul Maverick, the winner. Number 2 is scratched. The 3, Wisco Tax Collector, 5. The 4, Mile Range, 4. The 5, Short Range, 2. The 6, Daniel, my brother, 3. Top down, 1 scratch, 5. 4, 2, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 and 3. The half, 101. 3 quarters, 133. The mile, 2:03 4/5.
I think it was one obviously was even money, or 6-5.
Anyway, did you have thoughts?
After the break.
Okay, very easy enough. Join us back here. Race 6 official. Next up is the 7th, the second division of 3-year-old Colt Pacers. Scratch down to a field of 5. We'll introduce you in just a moment.
We'll be
Warren Racing has been racing and breeding winners for over 5 decades, specializing in the development of young horses racing in Ohio. We are currently looking for new partnership opportunities as the fall sales approach. Our facilities feature a half-mile all-weather track, a sand track, beautiful turnouts, and everything that is needed to set your next quarter filly up for success. Want to own your next resource and have fun doing it? If so, contact us today and join in on the thrill of Ohio harness racing.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
Was just mentioning before the break, we found out late yesterday afternoon that the Red Mile in Lexington, Kentucky has been awarded to be the home of the Breeders' Crown race.
It's very
after
exciting.
Scioto Downs has ours in 2026
Yep, that
here
is
in
so
Central
exciting.
Ohio. But yeah, it'll be nice to have the crown at the Red Mile. I can only think of the Meadowlands, Hoosier, and Mohawk over the last few years that have
Held it.
have had it. Yeah, so I don't know if the Red Mile ever did previously. I'm not real sure.
My first Breeders' Crown was the first time that Hoosier held it in recent years.
Oh,
Was
I
that
was there.
20? When was that?
It was like 3 or 4 years ago. 22, maybe 23.
No, my dad was alive.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why I remember that is because
I think they've held it since then. Also,
they have.
then.
They've held it twice. I think 2018. No, my dad passed 2018. 2015, 2016, 2017. I don't know. Somewhere in the middle,
Yeah.
2010s, they held it, and it was such a cool experience. I love going over to Hoosier because they are a class act. I love the way that the place looks. They
It's
are
a great.
wonderful.
It is an outstanding facility. Yes.
It's so exciting. I wonder why I don't. Well, I guess I kind of know why it took so long for Scioto Downs to officially announce that they're going to host 2026. There were a lot of back-end moving parts to make sure Scioto has a really, really big year next year. They're hosting, of course, the Breeders, which is such an accomplishment for Ohio. And then they are also going to hold the 50th anniversary of the Ohio Sire Stake Championship. So it is just a very, very
gonna be a
big
big year
for them. And they had a lot of things to work out. That's why it took us Ohio so long to announce. Because when I saw that announcement, I was like, wow, I feel like Ohio just officially released a handful of months ago that the Breeders would be here in 26.
Yeah.
But I was very excited for Red Mile and it to still be close.
I mentioned this a couple of months ago in a broadcast when we were starting the season that I was fortunate enough to be at the Dan Patch Awards down in Orlando, Florida this year, where Scott Logan got up and made the announcement that we had been awarded that. I know that one of the things that it took for Scioto to be able to host the Breeders' Crown was the new paddock.
Well, so my understanding is it's not like I don't think Jason Roth would be the one to answer this more correctly.
Yeah, of course.
I don't really think that the Breeders came to Scioto and was like, hey, build a new paddock. We want to be here. But they might have. I think Scioto was doing that under their own volition because they had hopes of hosting the Breeders, and they knew that it was going to take that regardless.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
But I don't know exactly which way it happened. But beautiful paddock, and we had a great season there this year.
Yeah, I've never been in it. I haven't seen it.
Still
I look
haven't.
forward to. No, I'd love to. Someone needs to escort me in there.
You're not that far
I know.
from.
I've been to the track. I've just never been invited into the paddock. Yeah.
Come on, Michael.
No,
all you gotta do
figure
is
that out for me.
is text one of us, and we'll get you in there.
Okay, cool. I'll look forward to that in May of next year. Thank you.
Thinking of the Breeders' Crown, my only experience of the Breeders, like I said, was the very first year, I think 2010 something. Oh, I'm not going to be able to tell the story.
Yeah,
My
you
dad
are.
was alive.
There's only 2. You're good.
And I was not invited to sit in the clubhouse. So my mom and dad and a few people were sitting in the clubhouse because we had always a Prince would have been the horse racing. It was very nice Indiana bred we had at the time. And I remember my dad's pulling me because I was just in the grandstand. He said, "Hey, don't tell your mom. I just placed a $1,000 bet on this horse. I can't tell you what horse it was." I said, "Dad, what are you doing?" He said, "He can't get beat. He can't get beat." He didn't get beat, but I said, "You better never tell mom that you just put $1,000." So my dad didn't do that either.
Oh my gosh! Well, that showed a high level of confidence there, huh?
He's like, "He can't get beat. Don't worry about it." It's like, why didn't you tell me that? I have to
so
lie to my
funny.
mom.
Oh my God! Wow. Hey, let's go up to Roger Houston for this afternoon's post parade of our 7th race. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, purse of $4,460.
Number 1, Bernie B. Bad, the driver, Charlie Myrick. Number 2, Fear the Panda with Jason Beatty. Number 3, Gary with Lanny Merriman. Number 4 is scratched. The 5, Down by the Parade, Nick Clegg. And number 6, Cleveland top rookie, Alex Hawk in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
Second division, 3-year-old Cole Pacers, $4,460. Scratch down to a field of 5 from the rail. Bernie B. Bad, Charlie Myrick trains and drives this black gelding by Yankee Cruiser. Coming off of a second-place finish at Dover. Paced his mile in 2 minutes and 4/5. The best beaten time I can see, though, in the lines was at Canfield, and that was a 5th-place force there in 1:59.2. Just a single win on the season that established a lifetime mark. Up at Northfield for Bernie B. Bad in 1:56.4. $11,000, almost $12,000 made this year, so a significant improvement over last.
Number 2 is Fear the Panda, Jason Beatty for Randy Smith. Amelia Smith owns out in Xenia. This is Fear the Dragon Gelding from the Phelan Frisky mare, 8PP Panda. 17 starts, 2 wins, a second, 2 thirds, just a shade under $12,000 in earnings, and a pretty impressive mark up at Lima of 159.2. Raced for $20,000 at Delaware, and some of them did great, some of them not so great. This one didn't get a check, but did finish 7th. But previous to that, a win at Old Washington, a second at Kenton, and a 4th at Findlay.
Gary, who is one of Steven, just while you stepped away, he was like, "This horse isn't the best, but I just really like him."
Gary.
Lanny Merriman, bred, owns, trains, and drives this Western Vintage colt. Has had 2 third-place finishes in a row, most recently at Dover, win 201.2. Still looking to break the maiden. Didn't start last year at all as a 2-year-old, but 11 starts this season as a sophomore, $3,000 made.
Number 4 is Scratch. Number 5, Down by the Parade for the Clegg team. It's the Down by the Seaside Gelding out of the Royal Majesty mare Gracie's Parade. Been a busy one. This is a 3-year-old horse. It's raced 59 times so far. This year, 27 of them. 5 wins, 6 seconds, 4 thirds, just under $24,000 in earnings. A mark of 57.1 at Northfield was an $8,000 purchase and was bred here in Ohio by Wayne P. Weaver.
And from the far outside, Cleveland top rookie Alex Hawk for Brian Georges in the 6 hole. Catch the Fire. Sire, Artificial Mare Call Me Cowgirl is who Cleveland top rookie is out of, owned by Phil Groves of Sydney, Ohio. Phil Groves actually did train this one earlier in the season, still currently owns. I don't think we had an announcement on owner change. I think he just sent him over to Brian Georges. But 9 wins on the year and 25 seasonal starts. He's done very well.
Really well.
He's hit the board a total of 20 times in 25 starts, $40,000 made. He's kind of been, last 6 starts has been second at Delaware. First, second, first. So this horse can go a little bit. It does start at Delaware where he was second. He went 154 flat, final quarter 28.4. His lifetime mark, however, was at Salina in 156.2.
Guardians are losing 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. We know there's a bunch of Cleveland baseball fans up here in this part of the state, as well as all over the state. We'll keep you posted on that as the day goes on. 7th race, horses are at the top of the stretch. Let's go to Roger Houston for the call.
They're off and pacing from the inside, Bernie B. Bad. Up on the outside, down by the parade, takes the lead. Getting away third on the outside is Cleveland's top rookie. Racing fourth, the end of the turn. That's Fear the Panda, and treading the field, Gary. Down the backside they go. Down by the parade, up on the outside, but hasn't cleared as yet. Racing second is Bernie B. Bad as the race over to the first quarter mark. Opening quarter in 29 3/5. Bernie B. Bad is now second. Racing third is Cleveland's top rookie. Racing fourth around the turn, Fear the Panda, and treading the field is Gary. All in straight alignment with no movement to go after the leader. Down by the parade at the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time. First up, Cleveland's top rookie and Alex Hawk to challenge for the lead as they race over to the halfway point. Halfway home, 1 minute. 3/5. Into the turn they go. Bernie B. Bad pacing third. Tipping to the outside. Fear the Panda is fourth. The trailer is Gary at the 5/8 station. Down by the parade, leads the way. Cleveland's top rookie on the outside second. Bernie B. Bad is third. Fear the Panda on the outside fourth. Trailing is Gary going to the 3/4 mark. They reach the 3/4 in 1:30 4/5. Into the final turn on the outside. Cleveland's top rookie grabs the lead and opens up now by a length and a quarter. Moving on the outside with each and every stride as they race into the stretch. Closing ground. Cleveland top rookie now has taken the lead by a half a length. On the outside, Fear the Panda closing in with every stride. Cleveland's top rookie, Fear the Panda. It's Cleveland's top rookie, Fear the Panda. Bernie B. Bad. The mile, 2:01.
A significant difference, a slowdown there between the first and second division. I think our first division was our 57 flat mile, wasn't it? Has to be with our 3-year-old colts.
Yep, it was.
So quite a bit slower there. Down by the parade, tried to cut it out, but just got real tired there at the end. And it was our 6-horse Cleveland top rookie. You and I both noticed that going into the first turn, Alex was looking pretty aggressive, but found a spot, settled in third before making, he was, what, first up, was he?
Yeah, he came first up before they even got to the half here, and that was due to Nick Clegg slowing down and backing up the field a little bit. Nobody had a chance to go, and I think that Alex knew how much horse he had. They pulled just to the top of the stretch here, approaching the half, and Alex stayed with him until about the 3/4 pole, and then he nosed ahead and then opened up a little bit. So a really great drive. Congrats to the Brian George's team. Philip Groves out of Sydney. And Alex Hawk, our driver. That was pretty good. And that is, what is it, 21 out of 26 now in the money and earnings over $42,000. Heck of a campaign.
Brian George is, of course, our trainer. He is based out of Wilmington, Ohio, and the only place that Brian ever announces is Wilmington. And he's pretty good.
Announcing?
Yes.
I heard him.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was there for that.
I kind of wish he'd do it. I mean, obviously he's got other things to do, but I kind of wish he'd do it at a couple more fairs. I like listening to him.
Yep.
A jack of all trades. Look, we got a horse coming in the winner's circle as a trainer. We like listening to him announce, so.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
It's the home talent 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace. Trophy by the All Win Stables. Number 6, Cleveland top rookie, Philip Groves of Sydney, Ohio. The owner, Brian George, is the winning trainer, his 15th this season at the fairs. Alex Hawk in the sulky, winning drive number 33. 3-year-old Gelding begets the fire to Call Me Cowgirl. Home a winner in 2:01. Results are official. Number 1, Bernie B. Bad, 3. The 2, Fear the Panda, 2. The 3, Gary, 4. 4 was scratched. The 5, Down by the Parade, 5. The 6, Cleveland top rookie, the winner. Top down, 3, 2, 4, scratch 5, 1 on the bottom. The quarter, 29 3. The half, 1 minute, 3/5. 3/4, 1:30 4/5. The mile, 2:01.
Slowed down a little bit there coming home, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did. Good race, though. 201 for our winner, Cleveland top rookie. 10 wins in one season. Always a great accomplishment, you know. Anytime you can get to the winner's circle 10 times in the span of 4 months, you know you're doing something good. When we come back, we will be proud to bring you the Coshocton County Pacing Derby Signature Series Pace. These are 4-year-olds and up, sponsored by the Coshocton County Agricultural Society. You're watching live harness racing from Coshocton, Ohio. Brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association and our fine sponsors, and we will be right back.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to OHHA.com. That's OHHA.com.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Race number 8. We're headed next into, it is the Signature Series, and it should be the Graduate Series. The Coshocton County Pacing Derby, scratched down to a field of 6, so we will not have a trailer here because it was the 7 that scratched anyway.
Yeah, worked out pretty good.
And my only complaint, this is my first year at Coshocton, my only complaint is the parking.
Where are you today?
I actually parked on the street behind, like in the
Why
neighborhood behind.
Don't you ask?
Because
Look, we're right there. Right at the,
because
right
it just wasn't worth arguing. And Steven said he had to argue his way in today. There's just no parking here. It's very, very limited. Obviously, you can see the people are parking in the infield.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a neighborhood.
But even I think about Urbana, it's like we have plenty of parking, but it's just you get landlocked, especially as your fair wants to keep expanding. But you're in town. You can only do so much.
Yes,
you can only,
you're absolutely
that's my
right.
only complaint about Coshocton is they're pretty serious about who gets to park where. Yesterday I used I am a horseman, and thankfully didn't get towed. But
yeah, exactly.
I did not have the parking pass I was supposed to have.
I always leave my fair pass on the windshield when I walk up to
you?
the grandstand, just in case. Yeah, I want to make sure they know that it's okay
But the thing
for us to be here.
Well, I guess, Stephen, I think you have the same one. We do have Ohio Fair Managers passes because we're a really big sponsor.
That's the green one?
It is the green one that gets us in anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're familiar then.
Yep.
A lot of people, when you flash it, some fairs, oh yeah, you're good. Other people are like, what is this? Do you want me to stamp it? Please no, do not stamp it. That is my Fair Manager's pass.
Yeah.
It gets scanned everywhere, and you're going to make it not official anymore if you start punching holes in it. But
Yes, exactly.
she took it out of my hands today, and she's like, do you want your stamp? I said, please no, please.
Yeah,
I have a
don't.
couple more fairs to get to this year.
Yes, give that back to me. Give that back to me.
Our next fair after today is on Sunday.
Sunday.
Dayton Raceway, my Montgomery County. That is my stomping guys. I actually am living in Miami County right now, but I'm only about 15 minutes north of Dayton Raceway, so I will be there. Yep, so I'm nice and close.
What's that going to feel like? Heck, you might as
Right.
well walk.
I know, especially because Troy's my closest, because I'm in Miami County, and I didn't even go to Troy this year. I went 2.5 hours north instead of going 15 minutes
Right.
north, so I'll be okay with it. I'll take the 15 minutes to Dayton.
You bet.
But Dayton and actually Summit County, because they host theirs at Northfield, are a couple of the fairs that host their racing, of course, at the Paramutual, but at a different time than their actual county fair goes. So Montgomery County is, I think, hosted in July. They show their animals, like their junior fair and stuff like that is in July. But, of course, we like to have our racing when Dayton is actually open.
Yeah, of
and
course.
they don't open until very end of September every year. So that's why it is the way it is.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can answer this. That was racing schedule is one of the things I want to finish our discussion about the Breeders' Crown going to the coming to Scioto. So, as far as I know, all the Breeders' Crown races have either been during or closing of a meet. And we close earlier than that.
We do.
So, do you know if there's anything you can share with us about
they're giving
this?
up days. Dayton is giving up days to hand them to Scioto to be able to host those
Perfect.
2 weekends because, of course, we have the eliminations and then
Yeah,
the
and
finals.
then the finals, yeah.
And so I'm not quite sure. They got to be thinking something because the track was very tight this year. Will continue to be very tight even after the season. But I know that Jason and the track crew, they're going to be thinking about how many, you got to keep horses on something. You can't just let it sit for a month. And then, so I'm sure that they might have some trainers or something come in because the Breeders' Crown horses, I'm curious about where are they going to stable? I assume it's going to be Winter Circle.
Well, I'm sure he'll take as many of them as he can get.
Yeah, but that's
and then,
the thing. But how many stalls are actually open there?
Brian,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're going to have to probably spread it out a little bit.
I had heard something, maybe, again, a rumor. I cannot confirm or deny, but there are still a few buildings, like barns up, where Virgil Morgan used to stable at, in that like weird little jog track that's at Scioto on the backside. Those are still up. I didn't know if they were going to put some work into those, just so.
Well, who's got a mile training track? Anybody?
A mile training track?
Or well, they don't need a mile. They just need a 5/8.
That's
right.
That's
only
the thing.
need
So
the
they
5/8,
might
so
might fix up those barns so those horses can stay there because they're going to move in. Well, we have a couple changes here. I don't think we're quite there yet. Yeah, say we'll get you that
okay.
change in just a moment. But so I don't know if they're going to fix up those barns because those Grand Circuit horses, those are big, powerful money horses. Like they're going to want to be there early, probably train on that track. So
and they're going to stay for a week if they make it to the finals.
So I don't know if Virgil's is automatically going to be the place or they're going to invest some money in those few barns that are standing. Not sure on that one, but. To answer your question, they're going to give up. Dayton's going to give up a few days.
Okay, so maybe the horses will just hang at Scioto.
I don't know.
They could train out of there as well.
It used to be, right? That was.
Yeah, that
it
was
used
the
to be
way.
that.
Yeah.
That was the case.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's our post parade for race number 8.
Series trophy by Coshocton County Agricultural Society. Number 1, Vel Mr. Steve, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 2, Boozer with Nick Clegg. Number 3, Little Plugs with Chris Hirschberger. Number 4, Union Station, the driver, Kyle Ladd. Number 5, Mancino with James Day. And number 6, Hard for One Guy, Harvey Hirschberger in the sulky. The 7 is scratched. Don't be shut out.
Wager now.
Scratch down to a field of 6 for the Signature Series Pacing Derby from the rail. We see Val, Mr. Steve, Larry Clayball trains, Drew Neal in the sulky. This horse just 2 back won the Signature Series final. It was a very good race at Delaware. It was a winner there in 152-3. I actually did an interview. We put it in the broadcast of Larry. What a character to begin with. But this story behind this horse was pretty cool. He kind of was doing absolutely nothing. If I remember correctly, they got him out of Indiana. The owner was just like, listen, he's not doing anything for me. So Larry was like, I'll take him. Let's do it. And so Bill Clayball and Larry Clayball are the co-owners here, and he has done so well for them. 9 seasonal wins, 4 seconds, 3 thirds, and 30 starts. 43,000 made on the year and 114,000 lifetime for Vale, Mr. Steve.
Super nice horse, and he has a character. I was walking from my car parked in the barn area at the Low Brown Jug that week, and he saw me struggling with a cooler and a pop-up, and got off his golf cart and threw my stuff on the back of it and drove me right to the setup point, and was hanging out with Tim Lane most of the day.
Oh,
was
so
right
you got to see his
adjacent.
personality.
Yeah. Oh,
then.
yeah, I did. Yeah, pretty cool. Number 2 is Boozer, Nick Clegg in the bike. For the rest of the Clegg team, Huntsville Gelding out of the well-said mare Whiskey A Go-Go. 43 starts this year, 11 wins, 9 seconds, and 5 third-place finishes. A mark of 55-2 at Northfield, and earnings of $34,000. Best win, I'm sorry, not the best win. A win on the program was at Canfield in 57-1 in free-for-all back on August 30th, and since then, he's picked up checks on just about every race except for last week up in Northfield.
Our 3-horse Little Plugs, Chris Hirschberger now slated to drive, and I so apologize because I'm probably going to mispronounce Deb's last name, but trained and owned by Deb Proshishin.
I'm just going with Proshin.
Proshin.
Yeah,
All
I think
right.
all that just comes up simpler.
Let's do that. This is
Okay.
6-year-old gelding by Pet Rock, coming off of a win. He's been racing a lot up at Northfield, and the 30 claimer was a winner there last go out by just a neck in 156-4. However, we've got multiple miles of 55 and 3 back actually went 54-4, 65,000 made lifetime.
Number 4, Union Station, Kyle Ladd for Jacob Baird. 24 starts this year, 3 wins, 4 seconds and 2/3, 12,000 in earnings, and a really solid mark of 54-4 on a sloppy track at Scioto.
And the 5, Mancino James Day trains and drives this 9-year-old gelding. Still looking to break, well, still looking for the first seasonal win. However, going consistently around 56 or so, depending on the track.
Yep, and the 6, Hard Phone Guy, Harvey Hirschberger for the Cleggs. 32 starts, 2 wins, 6 seconds, 8/3, 7,100, 59-2 at McConnellsville. 8th race, Signature Series, 4-year-olds and up. The Pacers for the Coshocton County Pacing Derby. They're off.
Third off in pacing, Mr. Steve, fast out of the gate to the top. Boozer gets away second. Little Plugs racing third. Union Station is fourth. Mancino fifth, and trailing the field, Hard for One Guy. In case you didn't notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Numerical order down the backside. Go on to the first quarter mark. Field by the opening quarter in 28-3. As they race into the turn, Mr. Steve on a mission leads by 4 lengths. Boozer is there second. Lil Plugs third. Union Station fourth. Racing fifth. Mancino, Hard for One Guy, trails the field into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field, Mr. Steve by 7. Halfway home, 55-4. As they race to the backside, Mr. Steve with the lead. Boozer is there second. Racing third on the outside is Lil Plugs, but Mr. Steve is slowing down. They're catching up with him down the backside. To the outside, Union Station is now fourth. Racing fifth on the inside, Mancino. Trailing is Hard for One Guy at the 3-quarter mark. 3 quarters in 1:27-1. Into the final turn, that's Lil Plugs on the outside. Chris Hirschberger looked him in the eye and goes right on by Mr. Steve. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. On top of the field, it's Lil Plugs with the lead. Mr. Steve is there second. Battles on for third. Coming to the wire, it's all Lil Plugs. Home second, Mr. Steve. The mile, 1:57, 1/5.
Our 3-year-old Colt Pacers actually went fastest today. Fastest of the meet. Isn't that
The
crazy?
57
yes,
flat?
Yep, the 57 flat.
Wow.
That was shaping up to be a track record mile, but Mr. Steve, man, he tried his little heart out, but he just got tired. I don't know what Drew was thinking there. Maybe he had instructions to just send him, let's try for the track record, but he got tired. But I think he held on. He held on for a second. It was very tight for show.
Yeah, well, Mr. Steve just 55-4. That's going to do it to you, right?
I'm gonna say back half was 1-0. Whoa, yeah. He
Yeah,
got tired.
he got
Opening quarter
tired.
in 28-3, and I noticed it coming in front of the grandstand first time. I was like, he's getting real tired. I was like, maybe he's just cruising. And now in the back stretch, he was pretty tired.
He was tired. Yeah, he got a little sleepy.
That was a nice steer though by Chris Hirschberger. Little Plugs gets it. Now 2 seasonal wins, and that means 2 back-to-back for that 6-year-old gelding by Pet Rock. We'll see how Roger pronounces Deb's last name.
Yes.
I'm sure. Sometimes, though, our announcers, I don't
Could
think
be
they
interesting.
fully know.
No,
they just kind of do their best.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do what we do.
Does go official on the board. 3-1-5 for the trifecta across the wire. And here comes Lil Plugs, Chris Hirschberger, back into the winner's circle, winner of our signature series. Remember, all these points are collecting for next year's final because we already hosted it at Delaware this year. So they're already racking up everything for next year's final.
The winner's circle, number 3, Lil Plugs. On the Deb Precision of Worcester, Ohio, owns and trains. Her initial win at the county fairs this season. Chris Hirschberger in the sulky, win number 11 at the fairs in the Buckeye State. The 3, Lil Plugs, 6-year-old gelding by Pet Rock at Miss Walker. Home winner in 157 1/5. Blanket presented by the Coshocton County Agricultural Society.
Just a moment. Hopefully they'll flash those payouts back up. I think it was 5 something to win is what Lil Plugs returned. 560 maybe, if it was what it said. There we go. Back up on the board.
Official. Number 1, Vel Mr. Steve, 2. The 2, Boozer, 5. The 3, Lil Plugs, the winner. The 4, Union Station, 4. The 5, Mancino, 3. The 6, Hard for One Guy, 6. The 7 was scratched. Top down, 2-5-1, 4-3-6. Bottom horse was scratched. The mile, 28-3. Half and 55-4. 3/4, 127-1. The mile, 157 1/5.
Official for race number 8 of 12. So we're getting towards the back part of the program. Just 4 more races to make official for day 2 of 2 of Coshocton. Thanks for joining us all afternoon long. Lil Plugs goes in the books with another win on 2025. Turning the page, race number 9 coming up next. That is the 3rd division of 2-year-old colt pacers. $4,587 are going to be up for grabs. Right now, if you're following along with the program, the only change I have is on the 4, Forged by Fire. Harvey Hirschberger now to drive for Betty Clegg. Join back here in just a moment, and I'll tell you all about the 6 competitors.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
History, tradition, For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Thanks for joining us here at Coshocton County Fair. It's been a wonderful couple of days. Yesterday's was ladies' night, and it's all boys with us here today. We just wrapped up the Pacing Derby. That was Little Plugs taking that in 157-1. Actually, not our fastest mile of the day. Our 3-year-old Colt Pacers, that first division, came out swinging in 157 flat. Just a second off of the track record that's tied by 4 horses. They've been standing for quite some time. Was originally set in 2003. So hopefully, maybe the next couple of years we'll see it fall. I'm not sure. We've got 2-year-olds coming up yet. You never know what these guys will produce. But I think we really, no, we actually do have one more division of the 3-year-old Colt Pacers, which if anybody can do it, it's going to be that group versus our trotters. Then I think their trotting track record is 58-2. We haven't really quite reached that here in the last couple of divisions, the last couple of days that we have seen here. But regardless, very, very good racing, and the weather is holding up nicely for us. Just 2 more fairs, 3 more days of county fair racing once we wrap up here. But before that, we do have another Saturday night at the races. Another broadcast is going to be brought to you this Saturday evening, of course, for the Buckeye Stallion Series Finals. That is going to go to post up at Northfield starting at 6 p.m. The 2- and 3-year-olds are going to compete. Each division, those championship final divisions, go for $75,000. The consolation will go on Sunday for $25,000. So make sure you're tuned in for that. Remember, first race post time is 6 p.m. As long as the Buckeye does kick us off, we should be live about 10-15 minutes before first race post time.
That'll be fun.
On Saturday, yeah. And then I'll be back Sunday for the Dayton Fair, Montgomery County Fair, and then we have just Lancaster after that. But the Ohio Fair Championship should be the 11th, October 11th, also held at Northfield. That will be a Saturday night at the races broadcast as well. But then it kind of goes quiet for, we're really not that long. To us, there's really no slow season. It's just not as much traveling. But usually we start recording freshman focus and things like that in March, April. And then, of course, Matinee Madness will get us going as well. And next May, I know it feels like a long time, but then all of a sudden it's next year and we're like, oh crap, we didn't plan for any of this yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Happens every year to us.
When do they finalize the fair schedules?
Ooh, the fair schedules is very early, actually.
March, February,
no,
March?
Nope,
Earlier?
Earlier.
Oh, wow.
So the Ohio Fair Managers Association meeting is January. It's always like this. It's first couple weekends of January, and it's usually like we're ready to go by then.
Wow.
I don't know. Again, I don't know who makes all those decisions. A little bit above my pay grade. Really not asking to be involved in it.
It's a pretty complex build.
The stakes in general, right? Between the looking at when the sire stakes go versus the Buckeye goes.
Yep.
And, all the other big nights around Ohio and the fairs. Like the fairs, we're very lucky because we're the biggest. Well, I talk too much. Here's the post parade.
It's not your fault.
$587 trophy by Coshocton Lumber. Number 1, Working Up a Lather, Nick Clegg. Number 2, GPA with Carson Conrad. Number 3, Mama's Holy Terror with Jacob Baird. The 4, Forged by Fire with Harvey Hirschberger. Number 5, Race On, the driver Eric Miller. And number 6, Captain's Dance, Drew Neal in the sulky.
A field of 6, a full gate here for the 3rd division of 2-year-old Colt Pacers, $4,587 from the rail, Working Up a Lather, Betty Clegg and Nick Clegg on this lather up gelding. Last start out at Dover, seems he got a little tired, ended up fourth. Final quarter 31-1, so he definitely got tired. Before that, though, if we go 3 back at Ashland, went wire to wire to win in 201-2. Nice effort at Delaware. Of course, that is just a very nice fair track. Almost not a fair track, right?
Almost
not a fair track. But was second there and paced his mile in 1:56.4. Scioto stepped it up in the Sire Stakes as well and went in 1:54.2. Just unfortunately was out of the money. 6 wins, 8 seconds, and 3 third-place finishes and 25 starts this year. Almost 35,000 made.
Number 2, GPA, Carson Conrad for the Steve Carter barn. Mossberger, Carter, and Gallagher share ownership. This is a summa cum laude 2-year-old gelding out of the Yankee Cruiser mare Artful Dancer. 12 out of 14 in the money, a mark of 59 at Piketon, $25,000 in earnings. Last 3 starts have been kind of tough. Second tier at Dover, got a 3rd place finish. Had the 7-hole at Ashland with a 5th place finish. And a second at Old Washington out of the 2nd tier with a tough 3rd quarter in 29-4, parked on the outside. Previous to that, with normal post positions, a 2nd, a 1st, and a 2nd.
Our 3-horse, Mama's Holy Terror, Jacob Baird for Daryl Baird, who also co-bred and co-owns alongside Nathaniel. This is a Western Terror gelding, 11 seasonal starts, still looking to break the maiden. However, has had 3 third-place finishes. Most recently came at Northfield in a 2-year-old non-winners of 1 with a claiming tag. 1:56.3, final quarter 28.3. Came home and closed nicely.
Yeah.
His last go out. Unfortunately, does make an occasional miscue, but it's not super common, so hopefully he'll just mind his manners and get a nice check here today.
The 4 is Forged by Fire from the Clegg barn. Catch the Fire gelding from the Dragon Again mare. Sapphire Flames, 5 starts only this year. 1 second-place finish, $1,400. It's had some braking issues. Stayed flat in Delaware, but raced for $52,000. Got a 7th-place finish. This one is more likely a competitive field for this one to race in.
And the 5 is Race On. Eric Miller will drive for Isaiah Schrake. This is a Western Vintage gelding. 2 back at Ashland. Did have a 3rd-place finish in 2:04.4. Another one that's still looking to break the maiden in 13 seasonal starts, but has made about $9,000 hitting the board a total of 6 times. The fastest mile I can see came at Wauseon in 2:01.2.
And the 6 is Captain's Dance. Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver, who owns with David Jury a dancing Yankee gelding from the Captain Treacherous mare Femme de American. 12 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, a 3rd. Impressive mark of 56 and a piece at Northfield, close to $30,000 in earnings. These are 2-year-old colt and gelding pacers. It is our 3rd and final division with a purse of $4,587. What a beautiful day.
It really is.
Yeah.
I know. Why don't we just do 12 more after this?
I'm up for it. Play 2, they say.
I actually don't know if
Play
I
2. I think you could do it. I know you could do it.
Let's go up to Roger Houston, the call of the 9th, 3rd division of freshman colt pacers.
They're often pacing, working up a lather, goes right out and grabs the lead. Captain's Dance on the outside, goes off stride. Into the turn they go. GPA on the outside second, will take a seat. On to the backside, racing 3rd is 4 down the backside, go on to the 1st quarter mark. Race On, racing 4th, Mama's Holy Terror. Forged by Fire 5th and treading the field, Captain's Dance, opening quarter in 30 2/5. Into the turn, go on to the 3/8 mark. Working up a lather, and Nick Clegg shows the way by a length and a quarter. GPA right there second. Racing 3rd is Race On. Moving on the outside. Here comes Forged by Fire. Now 4th, now 3rd. Following the cover on the outside is Captain's Dance, trying to get back in contention. Trailing the field, Mama's Holy Terror at the halfway point in 1 minute 3/5. Into the turn they go. Working up the lather, shows the way. Rough gated though in that first turn. Onto the backside, making a break and off stride is Forged by Fire. To the backside, working up the lather with the lead by a length and a quarter. GPA right there second. Captain Dance on the outside, now third. Coming to the outside, Mama's Holy Terror at the 3/4 mark. 3/4 in 1:31 and 4. And opening up, working up a lather, now by 3. GPA racing second. Captain's Dance fading between horses third. Mama's Holy Terror closing on the outside fourth. 1/8 of a mile to go. Working up a lather brings him into the stretch. GPA on the inside. Mama's Holy Terror closing on the outside to the wire. Working up a lather. Mama's Holy Terror, GPA, the mile, 2:01 1/5.
2:01 and 1/5, working up a lather, just took control the whole time.
Yeah.
Nice performance though by Mama's Holy Terror.
Yeah, really big close there for the last 3/8 of the mile. That was pretty impressive to get that second place finish.
Hopefully that means that this is clicking. Like every once in a while, right, you see a glimmer of what this horse really can do. The 3 as far as who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of really good closes when it looks like he had an open lane to be able to do so.
I do have 1, 3, 2 across the wire there, and 2:01 and 1, working up a lather. That is 7 wins now and 26 seasonal starts.
How about that 3-horse for second place at 99 to 1?
Uncovered, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna be just
this should be an interesting exacta. Let's see what happens here. Could be a 1-all payoff.
It's a kind of a shame our 6-horse went off stride very early into the first turn. Drew was timing the gate. He was going to come out pretty aggressive. I think he knew, with the 1 horse on the rail that he was going to have to put Captain's Dance into contention there.
Yeah.
It just did not work out in his favor. He came back and closed quite a bit of ground. Like the horse is a very nice horse.
Yep, very nice.
But he just got tired. It happens to all of them.
Yep. So working up a lather with his 7th seasonal win to go along with 8 seconds and 3/3. That's 18 out of 26 in the money. Earnings now at about $37,000.
Look at this try. 1 all, $4.
2-year-old Colton Gelding pace. Number 1, working up a lather. Kimber Clegg, the owner. Betty Clegg, the winning trainer. Her 91st win this season as a trainer here in the Buckeye State. Husband Nick Clegg gets his 43rd winning drive of the year. The 2-year-old Gelding will lather up at a beach work. Home a winner in 2:01 1/5, a lifetime mark for working up a lather. Blanket presented by Coshocton Lumber. Official, number 1, working up a lather, the winner. The 2, GPA, 3. The 3, Mama's Holy Terror, 2. The 4, Forged by Fire, 5. The 5, Race On, 6. The 6, Captain's Dance, 4. Top down, 1, 3, 2, 5, 6. 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 and 2. The half, 1 minute, 3/5. 3/4, 1:31 4. The mile, 2:01 1/5.
Official race number 9. Some interesting prices there on the board.
To say the least.
Our winner does return $12.40. However, to place, paid out $22.80.
And the triple was 1 all, and it paid $4.60. So if one person had 1 3 all or 1 3 anything, they would have gotten the whole triple pull. Nice exacta though. For a horse that went off at 5-1, $58 for that 1 3 with that 3 horse at 99-1. When we come back for the 10th, it is 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot. It's a nice purse of $6,600, the second and final division. We have 3 more for you here today at the Coshocton County Fair, and we thank you for being with us. We'll be back right after these messages.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as branded by Lindy, Jug winner Luz Perlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
In Ohio, we know a thing or two about greatness. It's in our blood. It's in our horses. Ohio Standardbreds are built to win, racing for nearly $23 million in Ohio Stakes races. See Ohio's top yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale Friday, September the 12th at the Pickaway County Event Center. Show day is Thursday. Experience the thrill and invest in the future with the Buckeye Owner Bonus. Eligible Ohio sired yearlings get a bonus after their 2- and 3-year-old racing season. Learn more at OhioHarnessHorseBreeders.com.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Thanks for joining us. Race number 10, the second division of 3-year-old colt trotters. I'm going to come up next, $6,604 on the line. I'm trying to check if my horse got in this week.
Oh.
Forgot to look at that.
You're the one that you...
Oh, yeah, my claimer.
Yeah.
My claimer.
I was going to ask you what the status was there.
He didn't get in last week at Dayton. I can't remember what day he's supposed to go after I just opened this up. We backed him up, I think, with the 6 claimer, the 8 claimer. I don't know. I got to find him. But he raced his first start. Unfortunately, drew the 9-hole.
Whoops.
My first start with him was a 9-hole at Scioto and didn't get in
Welcome
last
to
week.
horse ownership again, right?
So
unbelievable.
That's how it's going for me so far. But his attitude is quickly getting better.
Good.
He was not well, he'll pull the guts out of you now, and that's not how he was when we had him, unfortunately. But we race him in a rope and things like that. So hopefully that'll help. And he's been turned out a lot, just trying to change of scenery. And he's an old horse. He doesn't need to be in the barn 24/7 and be taught anything. You know, he knows what he's doing. So.
What's the horse's name?
Rose 1. Wow. Rose 1. Run Warner. And I can't remember. I just talked to my mom about him a couple days ago, and I completely forgot what she told me. That tells you what kind of owner I am.
Okay, your horse is in.
What day?
Oh, no. Sorry. Nope. It was the Scioto start, not entered.
Anyway, here's our post parade.
Oh, whoops. Good timing. Roger.
Kind of. Maybe not. Oh, never mind. This is not the post parade.
We've been corrected.
The three of the 6 are ready to go. I think we're still. Everybody's on the track. However, we were just not in order there, and Roger's not going to just let that slide.
Nope.
So we're going to turn around and try again here. The only change I have, I think, is on the 4, Brady Clemens, to drive my next chapter. And Mark St. Louis isn't here. And nope, he is. That's him.
He is here, right?
I think so. That's his first drive of the meet, isn't it?
Oh, I think it is, yeah. Well, it's Stacy's horse.
Okay.
Yep.
Makes a little bit more sense.
Yes, it does.
Now we're going to get ourselves in order here. We just had to wait for
no exceptions. No exceptions allowed. None.
Not really sure what we're doing here. Now we're all missed.
Are we I see 6 horses.
No, there's 6 horses there. We just didn't turn in time, and now our 1 horse is all the way in the back of the pack.
And he's on the outside, making a move towards the front of the post parade. Here comes Full Moon.
There we go. Here's Roger.
Talent Colt Stakes 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trot. $6,604. Trophy by Sites Cattle Services. Number 1 is Full Moon Howl, the driver Jason Beatty. The 2, Tiny Tom with Logan Eversole. The 3, Silverton with Drew Neal. The 4, My Next Chapter, Brady Clemens. The 5, Tom Cruiser, Mark St. Louis Jr. And the 6, Let's Go to Paris, Edward Miller in the sulky. Horse.
Michael's going to take a quick break. Our one horse is currently sitting 8-1, and that is Full Moon How. Jessica Smith trains Madison, and Jessica do own. Jason Beatty in the bike. Last go was a Delaware in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Had a 4th place finish. And 157-2, however, before that, had 2 wins in a row, both at Kenton and Findlay. He's been a very nice horse. $53,000 made last year, $49,000 already made this year. He's won 11 times in 19 tries, $103,000 made lifetime for Full Moon How. Give me just a moment. Last 5 wins, 5 seconds, 2 third-place finishes for 20 tries here for Tiny Tom. The 3, would you like to?
Sure.
Okay.
Silverton is the 3. Drew Neal for Rosie Weaver. Marseille Gelding from the Dream Vacation Mare. Turquoise Sweetie. 16 out of 21 in the money. $43,000 in earnings. 2 minutes and a 5th at Northfield. A break last week at Dover, but before that, a 1st, a 2nd, a 1st, and a 2nd.
The 4, Brady Clemens to drive My Next Chapter. J.H. Miller trains for Powerline Racing Stable. This is an Uncle Peter, another one coming off of a win at Dover at 159-3. Start before that at Delaware in the BSS, however, stayed on 5th for a check, but trotted his mile 156-4. 5 wins and 16 starts this year, $32,000 made.
The 5 is Tom Cruiser, Mark St. Louis Jr. for Stacy Curry out of Thornville, along Tom Gelding out of the DeJambro mare. Lightning Bell, 15 starts this year, has 6 wins and 3 third-place finishes, a mark of 56-2 at Scioto, $24,000 in earnings. Was sick and scratched at Dover before that, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 3rd, 1st.
And the 6, Let's Go to Paris. Edward Miller trains and drives as well as co-owns alongside Ashley Dunn. This is a Mr. Anson Gelding. Had a streak of wins around the fairs. The fastest mile that I can see, however, was a 4th place finish in the BSS at Delaware in 156-1. 9 wins and 16 starts. This is a very competitive group of horses.
Very much so. Anybody can win in here. I bet the 1 and 11-1. He's 3 to 5 now.
They're off and trotting, going for the lead. That's Silverton in the middle of the track. On the inside second, that's Tiny Tom as they race around the turn. Racing third is My Next Chapter. Fourth on the outside is Let's Go to Paris. Racing fifth is Tom Cruiser, and trailing the field, Full Moon Howl. Down the backside, go on to the first quarter mark. My Next Chapter is off stride. Over to the quarter, it's Silverton at the quarter in 30 3/5. Into the turn they go. Tiny Tom is second, closing the gap. Let's Go to Paris third, racing fourth. Tom Cruiser. Fifth is Full Moon Howl, and trailing the field, My Next Chapter. As they race over to the 3/8 mark, bring them in the lane first time, come into the halfway station. Drew Neal and Silverton show the way by a length and 3/4. As they race over to the halfway point in 59 flat. Into the turn they go, tipping to the outside. That's Let's Go to Paris on the move third. Up the inside fourth is Tom Cruiser. Fifth on the outside, Full Moon Howl. Trailing the field, My Next Chapter. Down the backside they go. Here comes Let's Go to Paris. Out and moving third on the outside. Going after the leader, Silverton. Down the backside, Silverton takes the field to the 3/4 mark. 3/4 in 1:30 flat. Around the turn on the outside, Let's Go to Paris is there second. Here comes Full Moon Howl on the move on the outside, 3 wide with every stride, picking them up and putting them down faster than anybody else. Full Moon Howl has the lead on the outside. Silverton will have to fight back on the inside. Coming to the wire, it's all Jason Beatty. Full Moon Howl. 159, 4/5.
159,
Nice
4/5 by
Nice
Full
smile.
Moon. How he did end up going off even money though.
Yeah,
but still,
he did. Story of my life. Bet them when they're 11-1 and then go sit down and they go off at even money. Oh well. A win's a win.
right.
A win's a win.
And I think it's going to go 1, 2, 3 across the wire
Yep.
for that trifecta, and the 6 is going to round out the super there. We had an early break by the 4, My Next Chapter, and then Tom's Cruiser, Mark St. Louis, right at the top of the stretch, kind of got after him, and I think he did not like that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened
Yeah,
there
that
with
was,
Brady
he
because that horse doesn't show a break
he
on the program.
Put on, oh yeah, with Brady, I agree.
Yeah.
But the 5 horse definitely put on his brakes.
Oh, absolutely.
At
Yeah.
the top of the stretch there, he was not having it.
No.
He will make the 5 horse, will make the occasional miscue, but it's usually very, very early on in the race, kind of right out of the gate. So I'm not sure. He was scratch sick, though, his last time out. Maybe there was some funky stuff going on. But the 4 horse, I don't know.
Yeah, didn't see it. Didn't see it. Just saw that bad step and.
Ooh, did you put a try? You didn't put a try, did you?
No, why would it pay?
72.80. Exacta 1-2 pays 39.40.
I had that.
Oh, you did?
I did.
39.40. It's so interesting to see the payouts at these fairs.
Yeah, it is. That's a great payoff.
Now 12 wins for Full Moon Howl, and here he comes back into the winner's circle. Jason Beatty should have a double on the day.
Yep.
Now, home of Madison and Jessica Smith of Xenia, Ohio. Jessica Smith, training win number 14 this year at the fairs in Ohio. A driving double today for Jason Beatty, win number 63. 3-year-old gelding, the full count of How Me In. Home a winner here in 159, 4/5. Trophy presented by Sites Cattle Services. Results are official. Number 1, Full Moon Howl, the winner. The 2, Tiny Tom, 2. The 3, Silverton, 3. The 4, My Next Chapter, 6. The 5, Tom Cruiser, 5. The 6, Let's Go to Paris, 4. Top down, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 3. The half, 59. 3/4, 130. The mile, 159, 4/5.
Official for race number 10, Full Moon Howl, 12 seasonal wins and now 20 starts. and puts an extra $3,300 on top of his bankroll. 1, 2, 3, official. Turning the page, we have reached the penultimate.
Oh, no.
Race 11 of 12. How could it be?
No, not just 2 more.
Well, we've got plenty of racing all around the United States in the next few weeks.
Yes, we certainly do. A lot of big racing. Breeders' Crowns up in Mohawk in about, what do we say? I think it's first weekend in November.
Oh,
Can be a little chilly out there.
No, it's not November.
Is it October? Is it late October?
It's like the 3rd week of October, I think.
Is it? Is it? Yeah.
I think
the
it's
limbs.
I think it's a little bit earlier this year, I think.
I'm thinking about driving up. It's not that bad
You
a drive.
want to carpool?
Yeah, you want to go?
Honestly?
Seriously? You
I've got
consider
my
that?
passport.
Oh, mine has to come back in the mail.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, get on that,
yeah.
Michael.
No. It's already been sent. They sent me the email saying that it's being processed. Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot. You got to do that just to drive to Canada nowadays.
The Breeders' Crown is the finals are the weekend of the 24th, 25th.
Oh wow.
Of October, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's a maybe.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, I'll seriously think about it.
In a heartbeat. Yeah. We can go up that morning. It's just a long drive. It's easy, though.
How long of a drive is
I
it?
think it's about 6.5.
Oh, that's not. Come on. I drove 5 hours the
To
last
get
2
to
days. It'll be all right.
Yeah. You drove 5 hours to get to Canfield.
Really? Actually, I really did. I think it was 4. It was 4.
Was it 4? Hey, we're going to take a break. 11th race is next. That's the 3rd and final division of the 3-year-old colt and gelding pace. Thanks so much for being with us on this beautiful day in Coshocton. We'll be back after these messages.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Race number 11, the penultimate, coming up next. The 3rd division of 3-year-old colt pacers. The 1st division so far went 157 flat. That has been our fastest mile of the 2-day meet here at Coshocton. We'll see if these boys can get it done. This is another nice group, well accomplished.
Very well accomplished.
I think there's 4 on the track, and it's scratched down to a field of 5. The 1-horse Ballistic is a scratch withdrawn for that. This race 11 is going to go for $4,460. Other than the scratch, I do not have any driver's changes or anything of that nature.
Okay, so last year the highest priced at the Lexington Select Sale on day 1 was, I think, $925,000. That was for a Walner Ramona Hill.
Who would have ever thought that it was going to be a Walner?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and then it dropped down to 600. Well, they beat both of those last night. We had $1 million and a 900,000 purchase last night.
We really need to. We need to go back with last year's results and see some of those top not top earners, but top
to see how
sales.
to
see how they did perform this year, because we kind of forget when you get in the heat of racing season. At least I do, of like, the top sell or top horse at any sell, and like, oh, did they even make it to the track? Yeah, that happens.
Wait, where did they come from, and what did they do?
It's a hope and a dream to get them there.
It's a hope and a dream indeed. 2 more races, and that's going to be it for me for the fair season up here. Been a pleasure.
Until next year, though.
I think you've been
You know how that goes.
my most frequent partner.
Probably should be, which is interesting because we live on 2 different sides of the state.
Yeah, I know, right? And Stephen, you've been absolutely wonderful to partner with this year. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Look forward to many more.
What's been your favorite fair?
Actually, I think my favorite fair is the one I wasn't working, Greenville.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine.
Can I say that for the first time I went
You
there?
can,
I'm
you
allowed,
can.
right? That was just the coolest thing. And I did do those 5 races on Monday of Jug Week, so that would probably be
as far as working goes.
Yeah, I mean that was
Can't
just,
blame ya.
That was just after, as I said to Susan up there in that booth, after 45 years of going out there, to think I would end up in that spot and do this fun gig, it's just it's a blessing.
Here is our post parade.
Nick Clegg. The 4, Lose Boy with Jimmy Smith. The 5, Legends of Secret with James Day. And number 6, Red Hot Ember, Lanny Merriman in the sulky.
There we go. A quick little post parade there. Scratch down to a field of 5. The 1 has been withdrawn. The 2, Bounding Delight, Rosie Weaver and Drew Neal on this Fear the Dragon gelding out of a Better's Delight mare. Rosie does co-own alongside Heartland Acres, looking to go 3 in a row. Likes to go wire to wire, so we'll see how aggressive Drew is going to be, especially now leaving out of the first, that rail post position. 6 wins, 7 seconds, 2 third-place finishes, and 21 tries. $36,000 made this year. Has a lifetime mark at Dover and 159-4.
The 3 is Center Story, Nick Clegg. For the Clegg team, Well Said Gelding out of the Art Major Mare Arts Center. 26 starts this year, 3 wins, 11 second-place finishes, 5 thirds. That's 19 out of 26 for $26,000 in earnings, and a mark of 201-4 at Napoleon. Had a 3rd in Dover last week, a 6th before that at Ashland, a 4th at Worcester. Hasn't been 1st or 2nd since August 28th in Canton, and I'm sure Nick's going to try to do better today.
Harvey is actually on the 3.
Oh,
we had a late change there, and
Thank
that is
you.
Harvey Hirschberger to drive Center Story.
Thank you.
The 4-horse Jimmy Smith trains and drives Lose Boy. This is a Fear the Dragon gelding coming off of a 2nd-place finish at Dover, back by just a length in 2 minutes and 2/5. 2 wins, 5 seconds, and 6 third-place finishes in 17 tries. He's hit the board and made a lot of money this year. One of the only ones I can see, he was a 6th-place finish at Marietta, but still won a decent mile. He tried his little heart out. All the way back at Woodsfield was a winner in 159-4, and that established a lifetime mark for this guy. Lose Boy out of the 4-hole.
The 5 is A Legend Secret. James Day trains and drives. This is a Power Play Racing 87 LLC owned Bit of a Legend gelding out of the Dragon Again mare Stuck Like Glue. This one is 11 out of 12 in the money with 4 wins, 4 seconds, 3 third-place finishes, $15,000 in earnings, mark of 59-2 at Dover. Made $8,000 last year, so 23 lifetime, and was a $20,000 Buckeye Classic purchase.
The 6-horse, Lanny Merriman trains and drives as Catch the Fire gelding Red Hot Ember. Only 1 lifetime win, and that came earlier this year at Hilliard in 2 minutes and 3/5. 15 seasonal starts, has hit the board a total of 5 times this year. $9,500 made in 2025. However, almost $17,000 lifetime for Red Hot Ember. He's had a lot of 4th-place finishes. Actually, his last 4 races have been 4th-place finishes, so he's around there getting checks. The last board hit was at Wellington back on August 18th. Was 3rd, back by about 12 lengths in 2:03-2.
Should be a very competitive race. Got some really nice horses in here. All of them have made, pretty good money over the course of the year. Most of them have won, 4 or 5 or more races. And they are lining up on the backstretch and getting ready to get to the starting gate. As soon as those people will get off the track down there at the 3/4 pole, that'd be great.
Our betting public likes the 2, probably for good reason. Currently setting 1-2 Bounding Delight. Oh, we just changed. Now we're 3-5. And they are thinking about the 5-horse here.
Thinking about
Thinking
it.
about
Not
the 5
sure,
horse.
but they're thinking about
Thinking
it.
about it at 5-2. But there you go from the rail out. The one is a scratch, but it's Bounding Delight, Center Story, Lose Boy, A Legend Secret, and Red Hot Ember.
And the Guardians have tied the Tigers at the end of the 6th, 1-1. And here come the horses for the 11th.
They're off in pacing. That's Bounding Delight on the inside. Up on the outside, A Legend Secret second, and going right on for James Day. Getting away third, it's Center Story. On to the backside as Day takes a seat with A Legend Secret. Racing fourth, down the backside, Lose Boy, and treading the field, Red Hot Ember. Straight alignment, going to the first quarter mark, Bounding Delight, opening quarter in 29 flat. Into the turn, A Legend Secret is there second, Center Story pacing third. Lose Boy fourth and gapped out fifth, Red Hot Ember at the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time, on top of the field it's Bounding Delight and Drew Neal showing the way. A Legend Secret is right there second, gapped out third is Center Story. Racing fourth, it's Lose Boy. They're halfway home, 57 2/5. Into the turn they go. The trailer remains a Red Hot Ember. Going to the backside. No movement as yet to go after the leader, Bounding Delight, showing the way by a length and a quarter. Right there, second is A Legend's Secret, and James Day pacing third. Center Story with Harvey Hirschberger. Fourth is Jimmy Smith with Lose Boy, and trailing the field, Red Hot Ember. At the 3/4 mark, 3 quarters in 1:28 3. Around the final turn, Bounding Delight on the inside. A Legend Secret up on the outside second. Center Story pacing third. Racing fourth is Lose Boy. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Into the stretch, it's Bounding Delight on the inside. On the outside, A Legend Secret digs in. Coming on the outside, Center Story. It's A Legend Secret with the lead, and here they are. Photo for place. The mile, 1:58 1/5.
That was impressive.
A lot of nice action here today. 1:58 1/5, and A Legend Secret. That was a really nice steer by James Day. He's confident in that horse. He sets behind him, every single day, and he gave him the perfect trip.
Yeah,
right?
he sure did.
They were going to the half though, and 1:57 2 did slow down a little bit. Coming home, final mile time 1:58 1. It's going to be 5, and then I think the 3 might have gotten him just at the wire, the 5 over the 2, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not going out on the limb like you are with that call.
I'm here though. I'm here. I don't know. I'm right on the wire, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it could be either way. Yeah, it was definitely close. We haven't had a dead heat for anything yesterday or today.
Sometimes, though, our toe board will go official very quickly, and that will give us our answer.
Yeah.
We've actually been, even before the Winner's Circle presentation, it's been going official. So this one might take just a touch longer for photo finish to decide.
Little print up there. See what it looks like. Great race, though. Highly competitive, and a big move by Harvey to come up and get into that photo for second place there. He was probably 6-7 lengths off the 3/4 pole. It just came around A Legend Secret and Bounding Delight. We'll see how that ended up.
I thought Bounding Delight there was going to give up the ghost going into the final turn, but I think he just needed challenged. We watched Drew pop the plugs, and it did not give him an extra boost.
No,
sometimes popping the plugs can do.
Yep.
The horse was trying to begin with the plug still in, and he needed challenge, and he really did try to dig back in though when that 5 horse was coming at him.
Yeah, no, that was good.
The race, hometown at Colt Stake, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, trophy by McGuire Farms. Number 5, A Legend Secret. Power Play Racing 87, the owner. James Day's 11th training win, his 12th winning drive of the season. 3-year-old Gelding by a bit of a legend in out of Stuck Like Glue. Home a winner in 1:58 1/5. A lifetime mark for A Legend's Secret. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of Bit of a Legend. Ian.
On the toe board. This
No.
might take a second.
Yep.
This is really
They are
tight.
trying to figure out who came in second place between Bounty Delight and Center Story. Ashley is predicting it was
I do think the 3 got up.
Center Story, and I am holding out because
Like just in the final stride. I mean the
oh
final
no, it
stride.
was if that horse got up, it was absolutely the final half a stride. Yeah, I mean it was really tight at the wire.
While we wait, we can kind of recap the last couple of days of the meet here. Drew Neal, by far the leading driver. He's got a total of my tallies are very wrong here. He's got a total.
Order finish
Here
to
we
the
go.
11th in just a few moments.
Oh.
In the barn area.
It's tight.
Get them ready for the
I think he's
12th.
calling for the next
2-year-old
already.
Colton Gelding Trotters, 5 of you. Get them ready. Race 12. Bring them to the track.
But Drew Neal has 5 wins over the last couple of days. Manny Miller had 3, was our leading driver just yesterday, and Jason Beatty has doubled up as well. The 2, we do have official. We do have official. We'll get that rundown, but it's going to go 5-2-3 across the wire. The try returns.
Results are official.
24.
Number 1 is scratched. The 2, Bounding Delight. 2. The 3, Center Story. 3. The 4, Lose Boy. 4. The 5, A Legend Secret. The winner. Number 6, Red Hot Ember. 5. Top down. Scratch 2, 3. 4, 1. 5 on the bottom. The quarter 29. The half 57, 2. 3/4 128, 3. The mile 158, 1/5.
You know what? The fact that that 3 horse got up for third. They came the last quarter in 29-1, and that horse was at least 6 lengths off at the 3/4 pole. So really impressive close there for Center Story. But again, winner Legend Secret, Bounty Delight second, and Center Story third. Do you have any other recaps from our beautiful 2 days up here?
Oh, yeah. I guess I can finish my thoughts there.
Sure.
As far as trainers go, Rosie Weaver has tripled so far, 2 wins on the day, and the only other trainer to double up was Corey Day Ehrman yesterday with 2. So the wealth has been spread amongst the trainers.
Better that way.
Yeah, it gets. I agree with that. But race number 12, the finale up next, 3rd division of 2-year-old Colt Trotters, a field of 5, only 1 change if you're following along with the program. Logan Ebersol to drive the 4, Long Hill. Join me back here in just a second. Michael and I will tell you all about the field of 5.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Wind stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
We're going to the post parade already.
with Chris Hirschberger. Number 2, Got the Money Honey with Rosie Weaver. The 3, Smoking Anson, Edward Miller. The 4, Long Hill with Logan Ebersole. And number 5, SV Super Peter, Eric Miller in the sulky.
Third division, 2-year-old colt trotters, $4,569. A field of 5 from the rail. Little Super Tom, Chris Hirschberger for West Hirschberger. This is a long Tom Gelding coming off of a 4th place finish. Unfortunately, did make a miscue behind the gate at Dover, but before that was really knocking on the door and had 4 seconds in a row. Looking to break the maiden, however, in 8 seasonal tries, has hit the board a total of 6 times, $9,700 made. The fastest mile that I can see was actually at Ashland, 2 back in 2:04 and 4. The 2-horse Got the Money Honey, Rosie Weaver trains and drives. We haven't seen Rosie nearly as much in the bike this year. This will be her 20th start of the season. This one's kind of a little all over the place. I'm going to say Rosie's back in the bike because he has been making a lot of miscues, but man, when he wants to trot, he can trot. This is a ready for money, 13 seasonal starts with 5 wins and an additional 3rd place finish. $28,000 made, although we have a lot of miscues. Back at Mount Gilead was the only time that I can see that the horses stayed flat, and he was a winner there by over 15 lengths. And 2:03 and 4, should also mention at Wauseon, despite a miscue, still come back to win by a length in 2:03 and 4 as well.
Number 3 is Smokin' Anson. Eddie Miller drives, trains, and owns a Mr. Anson gelding from the Giant Hit Mare Paris Filly. 7 out of 10 in the money, a mark of 2:03 and 2. 5 wins, $15,700 in earnings. Was a winner at Dover by 5 lengths last time out. So another one stays flat. It's usually 1st or 2nd.
Logan Ebersole to drive the 4, Long Hill. This is, of course, a long Tom, trained and owned by Levi Hirschberger. 2 wins and a 2nd place finish in 11 seasonal tries. If we go 3 back, was a winner. Wire to wire at Worcester in 2:06 and 1. However, that's not near as fast as this colt can go at Delaware. He got kind of shuffled in the middle of the pack and did finish for a check. Had a 5th place finish in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Trotted his mile 159 flat there. $9,200 made for Long Hill.
Rounding out the field, the 5, SVS Super Peter, Eric Miller for D. Houghton, Uncle Peter gelding by the Andover Hall mare Bavarde. Looking for a first win of the season. First lifetime win, does have 2 seconds. 4 third-place finishes, was a $7,000 purchase, and has made just a shy under $7,000 so far this season, coming off a 2nd at Dover.
Our 3-horse sitting at 7 to 5. I'm going to say they just changed the board on me. And our 2-horse is even money right now. I think if he stays flat, I think Rosie's got it. I'm happy to see Rosie back in the bike. You know, Drew has been trying his best, but just not having the best time with him at all.
Made $42.
Oh, did you for your payout?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
You're up some. It's all right. You could buy lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple
I can eat.
lunches.
I can eat.
Here we go. The 12th, the finale, 3rd division of 2-year-old colt trotters, a field of 5. Thrown up to Roger Houston for the call.
They're off and trotting for the lead. That's Long Hill on the outside. Little Super Tom on the inside between horses. End of the turn. That is Smoking Anson. On to the backside they go. 4th on the outside as they race around the turn. Go on to the first 8 is SV Super Peter and treading the field. Got the Money Honey. Down the backside they go. On the outside, Smoking Anson takes the lead and takes them to the first quarter mark. Opening quarter in 31, make it 32 flat. Into the turn they go. Racing 2nd is Long Hill. Trotting 3rd is Little Super Tom. Around the turn, SV Super Peter is 4th. And trading the field, Got the Money Honey. Comes to the outside for Rosie Weaver. First up. Into the lane first time. Coming to the halfway point. It's Smoking Anson showing the way. Here comes Chris Hirschberger. Little Super Tom at the half. 102 and 3/5. Into the turn. turn they go. Racing third, Long Hill. Fourth on the outside, Got the Money Honey with cover. Trailing the field, SV Super Peter. 4 in contention at the 5/8 mark. The leader is Smoking Anson and Edward Miller. Been there every step. Off stride goes Long Hill. Down the backside, Got the Money Honey and Rosie Weaver. Now second and charging on the outside at the 3/4, 134-4. Midway around the final turn, Smoking Anson on the inside. Outside, Got the Money Honey, racing third, Little Super Tom. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Smoking Hanson brings him into the stretch. Got the Money Honey on the outside second. Inside, Little Super Tom. Through the lane, it's all Edward Miller, Smoking Hanson. Little Super Tom second. Got the Money Honey was third. The mile, 2:02 3/5.
2:02 and 3/5. They
came home in a minute. Came home in a minute flat.
But they were walking, and that is kind of how we shut the door on Got the Money Honey. That was a great start by him, though. Rosie took care of him, and wow, I understand not wanting to shut him down because he can trot.
Yeah, for a horse that's
just got to mind his manners.
Right, the horse that's had those kind of breaking issues, to be able to stay flat in a second over a trip like that with a good pace for the last half, that was impressive. I'm sure Rosie's got to be pleased to make it around the track flat like that. That was pretty impressive. The winners, Smokin' Anson, Edward Miller, trains, drives, and owns. This horse is 8 out of 11 in the money. 2:02 and 3 breaks his best lifetime mark, which previously was 2:03 and 3, so cut a second off of that. And earnings now will be about $18,000. So that's pretty impressive performance by Smokin' Anson, the even money favorite in the final.
We should go 3-1-2-4, I believe, across the wire.
I believe you're right.
But everybody gets a check.
Everybody gets a check.
I say our 4-horse did make a break. Was it on the backside? Somewhere around there. And it was kind of odd. He doesn't show that.
No, didn't show it at all. That was strange. There goes Edward Miller. You got to be pretty pleased with himself. I guess when you're the owner, driver, trainer, groom, caretaker, water boy, and everything else, you're in the winner's circle by yourself. But that was awesome. Congratulations to Edward. A nice way to come close to the end of our fair season.
Anson. Edward J. Miller of Polk, Ohio, owns, trains, and drives. His 18th training win, his 11th gelding, but Mr. Anson of the Paros Filly, home a winner in 2:02 3/5, another lifetime mark at the Coshocton Fair. And what a job by the track crew this season. Results are official. Number 1, Lil Super Tom, 2. The 2, Got the Money Honey, 3. The 3, Smoking Anson, the winner. The 4, Long Hill, 4. The 5, SV Super Peter, 5. Top down, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 32. The half, 102, 3. 3/4, 134, 4. The mile, 2:02 3/5.
We really slowed down that third quarter, right? 32 and 4 for the third quarter, and then came home in 28 and 3. Saved a little bit there for the end.
Well, that does it, though. What a beautiful couple days here at Coshocton County. We had wonderful action. We had great action to round us out. No track records, though. No track records, but there's always next year.
We got within a second.
We did. We did. Had very nice performances, and the weather's good, and I'm going to go try to find lunch.
Yeah, go find yourself some lunch. Hey, thanks to everybody for watching us up here in Coshocton for the last couple of days. Ashley, always a pleasure. Look forward to more of it.
Next year, right? Michael, thanks for always being so helpful to us all season long. Maybe we'll go to Canada.
Maybe we'll go to Canada.
Yeah.
If I get my passport, I think that's a done deal.
All right.
I'll let you know
Sounds
for sure.
good.
Stephen, thank you so much for your coverage. Always a pleasure to work with you as well. I hope to see you guys down at Lancaster.
That too.
Off duty.
Off duty. All
Looking
right.
forward to that. So thank you again, everybody, for being with us. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on
Saturday for Saturday night at the races for the BSS and Sunday at Dayton.
Thanks so much. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.